Let's get this party started.
You're from Tucson, but you talk all fancy and Europe-like.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
And now for something completely different.
Hello, what's going on, nerd geeks and gamers alike? It's your boy Nerdy Nick, trying to get back with best friend Josh. Best friend Josh is remote today. I'll let him share that story once we figure out why I can't hear him, which is always fun. Let me see here. Hold on. Josh, say something again. Oh, I heard you a little bit that time. Hold on. Say something again. Okay, that time was nothing. Go ahead. Try one more time. God, it's like it wants to hear, but I can't hear you. Hold on. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Where is he? Here we go. There he is. There's Josh. You guys can see him on the screen right now. You just can't hear him for fuck all. Nah, I can't hear you whatsoever. How fun! Show's off to a great start. We know, Snark! We know you can't hear him, because I can't fucking hear him! Alright, hold on, Josh. Let me see. Say something now? Okay, yeah, see. No, you're not muted on my end. And all my settings are working as they should for you. I heard you utter something right there. You sound like you are 10 miles away underwater. But I heard you say, how's that sound? Dude, no, I think it's your headphones, man. Yeah. It all sounds like this, like... This is fucking amazing content, guys. Whoop. Yeah, dude, you might have to forego the headphones, man. Just like, I guess we should have troubleshot this before we went live, huh? But, yeah, that's the way shit goes, man. Fun stuff. Yeah, I don't know, dude. You are not muted on my end and whatnot. Oh yeah, I hear you loud and clear now.
Yeah, you can hear me now?
Oh yeah. Guys, can you hear Josh now? Say something, Josh. Say, hey, like, fucking, how now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow?
Oh yeah, the desktop is definitely picking you up right now.
Alright, now the issue is I can barely hear you.
Is your phone turned up all the way?
Yeah.
Oh
wait, I don't know what you did there, but it got louder.
I burped. I don't know, dude. I'm talking.
No fucking way, that's it?
I'm talking straight up into the mic right now, dude. Can you not see me?
Well, I can hear you. No, you don't have your camera on.
I keep pressing turn camera on, but it's not doing anything.
Either way, I have the stream pulled up on my computer, so.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Fucking technical fun stuff. Alright, guys,
Right.
so, before we get any further along, we like a 70-30 split, and since Josh isn't here, yeah, let us know how we sound. Oh, hold on a second. I think I know why you can't see me. Maybe I've just got too much shit running right now. I don't know.
Probably.
Let me remove the old camera from OBS. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Fucking shit is funny, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's only gonna be temporary anyway, so.
Yeah, yeah. So, how's the audio sound, guys? Do we sound okay? I changed the camera angle a little bit to show off the background of the game room a little more. You know, and whatnot. I just figured time to do a little change with that. But, yeah. How do we sound?
Do I sound clear to you guys?
Does Josh sound clear to you guys? I said sound queer. Alright, hey, we got Casserole in the house, we got Anonymous Mystery. Oh man. This past week's been a real shit show, and today is just the icing on the cake.
Fucking tell me about it, dude. Fucking tell me about it.
Yeah, Snark says you sound queer, so we're all good. Hey, Mysticles, what's going on, dude? How you doing?
What's up, Mr. Cleese?
Oh, okay. Well,
Anonymous crystal queer. Oh my god.
yes, dude, yes. So I see you're wearing a shirt from Big Rich.
Yeah. Wait, no, this one's the one you got me.
From Big Rich.
Was it Big Rich?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I am also wearing a shirt from Big Rich. The Black Sabbath Crash Bandicoot design. Alright.
Nice.
Yeah. Big Rich, if you're watching, told you we wear your fucking stuff, man. Anyways. What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing? This week, just bear with us this time. You know, normally it would have been very easy to call Josh in if we were using fucking Streamlabs, you know, but we're using OBS right now, and so I have Josh on the screen via display capture, which is wonderful. So there we go. We have him in full screen mode now. God damn it! All right, I guess let me hold on. This just threw me off so much, man. All right. Don't you mean Crystal Queer? All right. All right. Here we go. Reset. What's up, nerd geeks and gamers alike? It's your boy Nerdy Nick back with best friend Josh
What's up?
for another episode of the NSquared podcast. But before we get a little ahead of ourselves, we'd like to go ahead and thank our sponsors over at HubDaddyStore.com. Head on over to HubDaddyStore.com and use code MUSTACHE10 at checkout to get yourself 10% off your order of coffee, candles, mugs, candles in the mugs that burn. Then you can use the mug for the coffee that you ordered. It's all at the same place. Just get all this shit there. HubDaddyStore.com using code MUSTACHE10 at checkout. Also, this stream is sponsored by 4XP. Head on over to 4xpgaming.com and use code NSquared at checkout to get yourself 10% off your order of the gaming drink mix. Guys, it is totally different than a supplement. This is an actual drink mix that you would buy like at the store. It has gone through the FDA process, whereas supplements like Chubby and G Fool and other companies, they're supplements. So when you look on their ingredient list and you see a proprietary blend with a bunch of ingredients there, you don't know how much of anything you're getting with a proprietary blend. Not only that, but they don't go through rigorous testing like everything else does that goes through the FDA. So, 23 milligrams of caffeine. You've got vitamin A, E, B6, B12, and other amino acids to keep you hydrated and to keep you fueled. With that 23 milligrams of caffeine per serving, you're not going to get any jitters. You're not going to be up all night. You're not going to have the Sunday scaries every day. You're not going to have that anxiety. Just 23 milligrams of caffeine per serving. They got 3 great flavors. Legendary, which is blue raspberry. Ultra Nightmare, which is watermelon. And my personal favorite, Grave Walker, which is a clear gummy bear flavor. And it is absolutely amazing. I've already had, I've had about 5 servings today. So it's not too bad. Still, I think that's less than a monster. But great for gaming sessions. You want a little something delicious to pick you up in the morning, then you don't like coffee or whatever. 4xpgaming.com, guys. Use the code. The more people that buy, the faster it gets us to get you guys a bigger discount. So thank you again to 4xp Gaming. And guys, we are totally viewer supported. Thank you to all of our beautiful Patreon show producers over at patreon.com/NSquared podcast. For as little as $3 a month, you can become a bro chacho, or bro chachosaurus rex. You get your questions read live each and every week on the NSquared podcast's question segment, the Patreon question block of the week. You also have access to our private Discord and gaming nights with us whenever we are on. Josh, so head on over to patreon.com. All the money that goes to that Patreon goes right back into the show. It doesn't go into Josh's pocket nor mine. It's there for whenever we need new mics, lapel mics, lighting, etc., etc. So consider helping us out there, because we are not yet monetized on YouTube. Just like Kev Called, Jordan, Snark, CSG TV, Jim from Drink a Beer Play a Game, Anonymous Mystery, Smash JT, Way of the Shinobi, Gordo Steen, AJK, and Alex Perez. And a very special shout out to our permanent executive producers. That's right, we added another one to the list. Resvergram and Way of the Shinobi. Everyone give Way of the Shinobi a round of applause. I want W's in the chat for Way of the Shinobi. You are our brand new permanent executive producer over at Patreon and on this show.
Nice.
Yeah. And guys, I know I've been saying this since I think I started streaming Friday. I streamed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today earlier. I'm raising money to help out with my family's car repairs. We noticed in our family vehicle that we were pouring out coolant from the bottom of the car. The literal screen on the what do you call it, car was like, turn off the engine now, engine's overheating, turn off the car. So we turned it off, and turned out, bad water pump. And then on top of that, they found out today when I took the car today, that not only was the water pump bad, but there's also a reservoir hose that was bad as well. So instead of paying around like $600 to $700 what we were expecting, it's now about $1,100. And I'll just, pull back the fourth wall here. I own my own home maintenance and improvement company. And when you own your own small business, it's either feast or famine. And right now, things have been kind of rough lately. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this, But either way, it gives me an opportunity to stream with permission and support. But also, it's the way that I can help out my family, and then also to make this hopefully successful enough into being a full-time thing. So yeah. Yo, what's going on, Rat Zombie? So anyways, guys, if you feel so inclined to donate, anything helps, guys. We're at $550 out of $1,100 is the goal.
Nice.
Yeah. So anything and everything helps, guys. And if you've donated already, thank you so much. Very, very much appreciated. So with all that out of the way, age-old question. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? All right, Josh. So I think I already know what you're gonna tell the people. So why don't you get that shit out of there?
Oh yeah. So, well, the reason why I am not there right now is because Wednesday night last week, somebody had rammed into my parked car, and they totaled it. I was hoping the insurance would be like, oh yeah, we can repair it, but I got a call Friday morning,
Yeah.
and they told me that after inspecting it, it was considered a total loss. So I'm out of a vehicle right now.
Yeah.
And what sucks is I wasn't even present. It was parked. You know, that's a whole story in itself.
It reminds me of that meme from the movie Friday. It's like, damn, how you get fired on your day off?
Right?
Yeah, it's just shit luck.
Yeah. So, you know, fortunately,
I
because
want
I had low
I want
mileage
F's
on
in the chat, everyone. F to pay
F.
respects to Josh's car.
it, right? So, I mean, luckily because it had very low mileage on it, even for a 2017 vehicle. When I first got the car was valued at 15. I'm getting $11,000 back for it. So
You only lost
honestly,
4,000 on it.
Yeah, so
That's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all, realistically.
Yeah.
So with that, I'll be able to get myself a vehicle. It's gonna be a while because I have to shop around. Because I'm not just gonna jump at any, at the first opportunity that comes out. Because I could find myself a better deal. Plus, there's a lot of cars out there right now for sale.
Oh yeah,
And-
big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the 2026s are coming out, so new used cars are gonna drop in price, hopefully. So I'm gonna wait until that time, see if something comes out that's better. But in the meantime, though, my roommate, he's kind enough to let me use his car whenever I need it.
Yeah.
Although this week I really didn't want to, use it too much because everything just happened. He already let me use it for errands over the weekend, and tomorrow I gotta go to the claims office and sign some paperwork. I'm like, dude, I don't want to take advantage of your kindness or abuse that. So right now, this week, we'll just do the podcast this way. The next week, he's gonna let me use his car on Monday for the podcast.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's very kind for doing that, so I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a mutual friend of ours, Jesse. He's a pretty kind guy. So shout out to Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I just both had shit luck with cars this past week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still fortunate enough that we are a 2-car household. But
Yeah.
our other vehicle, so it's the Ford Escape that took a shit on us. 2014 Ford Escape. That year, that model of that car is a mechanic's nightmare. It's something they dread working on whenever one pulls up. You just see him do this. Because everything, the way they're built, it's a fucking jimbled mess. Like, for instance, it took someone who's mechanically inclined 4 hours to replace my battery in there when I wasn't around. Remember when you and I were at Comic-Con, Josh, and the battery died on Brittany? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It took our friend 4 hours to replace the battery. That's just because of how buried shit is in that car. So, yeah.
Well, now I know not to go for one of those.
Yeah, don't do it. Although my car, I think, is the last year where they have the component cables like the plugins. So like I could bring my PS1 or PS2 in there and play the console on the little screen on the dash. But yeah, still not worth it though. But yeah, our backup car is a 2013 Scion XB, little car, kind of similar to the Kia Soul, but that's the car I use for my business, and it's like super compact, and I manage to fit things in there, like kind of like a clown car, so to speak. I just make shit work. But Vincenzo's car seat is like so fucking big that when Brittany sits in the front passenger seat, her knees touch the glove box.
Jeez.
Yeah, he has like a tank of a car seat. And it's one that's supposed to grow with him, so it starts big from the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as he gets bigger, you just start taking stuff out of it. But yeah, it's not ideal. I still have like all my power tools and toolboxes and whatnot in there, so it's been rough. Yeah, but we're managing. They're actually out right now at Evelyn's volleyball practice.
Okay.
But yeah.
How's that going for Evelyn? She doing good with that?
Yeah, so this past Saturday, they were 2-0, I believe. Or no, 1-0. And they went up against a team who had a few high school girls on it. And mind you guys, Evelyn is in 6th grade. We ended up advancing her into the next like age bracket, so it's 7th, 8th, 9th. Just because of her skill level, we thought, you know, like she's not really getting a challenge in her own age bracket, so we bumped her up. So I mean, there were some girls on the other team who were just like serving with absolute rocket fuel behind it. But it was awesome. Evelyn scored with a spike, like her very first spike. Boom. She did great. So
Nice.
even though they lost, she was very happy with her performance, and that's what I was like happy about. She actually hung in there with a lot of the shit that the high school girls were sending her way.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, car stuff's just been bullshit, you know, for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
when I dropped off the car, I was like, all right, sweet. It's just the fucking water pump, you know, and then I get the call and it's like, so yeah, it was a water pump and we replaced it, but the reservoir hose is dripping. And I was like, fuck, you know, just like, shit.
Can't they put some tape on it? Call
Yeah,
it a day?
I wish. I wish. But it was better than what they thought it was going to be initially. Initially, they thought it was the heat hose for the HVAC system that was leaking coolant or something. They were like, "Oh, nope, never mind. It's not that." And it's good it wasn't that, because that would have been even more. That would have been like $1,500.
Dang.
Yeah. Again, dude, my car is a pain in the ass to work on. But yeah.
I was gonna say, hey, we got somebody from the other Discord.
Yeah, DJ Chrissy Love in the house. He says, we stand Jesse in this house. And then he asked Josh, did you go check out any more cars since we last talked, dude?
I've just been looking online, just seeing what's out there, you know, just to get an idea of, you know, the pricing and everything. There's a lot of decent cars out there, but at the same time, a lot of the ones that are being sold, like on Facebook Marketplace, are like sports cars or like Audis, and even though they're decent prices, I'm thinking about maintenance costs, insurance costs, and stuff like that for that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, you know, and I'd rather go with something that like similar to what I had before. So,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be a minute before I find another vehicle, just because I gotta be patient. I might be able to set aside a little bit more money to give myself something a little bit better, or put a bigger down payment.
What fucking sucks the most is you just paid that car off.
Dude, I know.
It's like the fucking worst.
It was in June when I paid off the car.
Yeah.
So I had no car note for like 2 months, 3 months, and then bam, this happens.
Fucking dunzo. Yeah.
And then the worst part about it, me personally, I just got the battery replaced. I just changed the tires.
Yep.
And I just filled up the gas tank.
Yeah.
It's like,
You should have you should have tried to like siphon it into like a 5-gallon bucket or something, you know, just like get some.
I didn't even think about it until after the tow truck came, because the following day on Thursday morning, like around 12 o'clock, they already sent the tow truck. So they worked fast.
Yeah. And who do you have?
So I didn't
Progressive?
Yeah, Progressive.
Yeah.
So, like, after he left, I was like, crap, I should have siphoned that gas.
Yeah. Way of the Shinobi, or actually, Sasquatch in Time says, oh, actually, we got Rad Bash in the house as well. What's going on, bro? Sasquatch in Time says, hello there, people. I'm catching up on the stream. Have a few min till I'm live. All right, dude. Yeah, You're good, bro.
Sweet.
We're just rambling and whatnot.
Right. Talking about our woes.
Yeah, Way of the Shinobi says, which is crazy because those parts are cheap as fuck. It's literally all labor you're paying for. Yeah, no, seriously, the car is literally just labor. It's labor intensive, and I lucked out. So there are 3 models of the car I have. There's a 1.6 liter, 2.0 liter, and a 2.5 liter. The 1.6 and the 2.5 have the timing belts connected to the water pump, which would have made this job probably like $2,000.
Oh god.
Luckily, I have the 2.0 liter, which the car's already a pain in the ass as it is, but it's like it's the nice pain in the ass, I guess. I don't know. It's the least evil. Sasquatch in Time says, "Damn, dang, that sucks, Josh." Oh, and Chrissy says, "Always wouldn't be bad to get a beater for now and save for a newer one. Also, marketplace is hella scary, but you never know."
Yeah.
Britt says, "Can't have nice things, Josh. LOL, kidding. I'm sorry, that really sucks. Worst timing ever."
Right.
Way the Shinobi says, "The used car market is a zoo." And Anonymous Mystery says, "Need a granny car. Low miles, not many electronics." You know what, dude? We should text my mom because
It's funny.
in
I was
Green
thinking
Valley,
about that
bro.
earlier.
Yeah.
Estate sales?
Because my mom does estate sales, and then just also too, people in Green Valley, they like hardly ever drive their cars. They're usually driving golf carts.
Yeah.
The 2014
That's
Ford
true.
Escape I bought down there, and it had, I don't know, it was a 2014. I got it in 2020. I think it had like 50,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Yeah, like it had nothing on it, really, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like $8,000. So, I mean, you should look
Yeah,
at
no,
Green Valley.
Man, that's the thing. Is like I'm grateful that there's so many options right now.
Yeah.
Like honestly, especially with the amount I'm getting back, plenty of options. To
Yeah.
go with. You know, I could even go like with a down payment for a newer car. You know, something that's like 15, 16.
Yeah.
You know, there's like plenty of different things I can do. But you know, the Green Valley thing, that's definitely a really good thing to look for as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Hold on real fast. I'm gonna get like a seat cushion. This chair, it's just, I've had this chair since like 2017, and Britt uses it for work all day. So when I get it on Mondays before the stream, all the cushion is just like, it's deflated. It hasn't gotten a chance to like rise up again yet, you know. So hold on one second.
Can't breathe. Alright. They say, yeah, Britt says, look at Green Valley. They have cars from old people who don't need them. Yeah. Bottom's Mystery says, see? Way the Shinobi. I've heard Green Valley is a great place to get a used car. Most of those people are just trying to get, I'm guessing, she meant to put, trying to get rid of them and don't care much about a profit. So, yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I definitely prefer something that's newer, just because, you know, something that's newer with less mileage, you know, less things you gotta worry about. Because my biggest concern is like transmission issues. Transmissions ain't cheap,
Yeah.
and ain't cheap to fix.
At the same time, though, dude, if you get an older car that's got like 20,000 miles on it, when I say older, it's like
Oh yeah,
10 years older. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like you'd be good.
No, yeah, no, I mean shit.
Rad
20,000
Bash says,
miles?
Rad Bash says, my man said his butt hurts. Laugh my ass off. It does, dude. It does. This chair is old as shit, man. I mean, the armrest paddings. I've used this chair for so long that the armrests, the pads, supposed to be like this, right? They go off to the side now because that's just they are just so bad. Like, I need a new chair. This might qualify for Patreon funds, but I don't know. Anyways though, give me your monies. Josh is all right. He got a fat check coming.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be frustrating for
Yeah.
a little bit, you know, not having a vehicle, but I'm good.
But it's not like you really drove your car anywhere anyways. I mean, you used to
Yeah,
have to
I know.
drive your car to make sure the gas didn't go bad in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
So I noticed on oh, hold on. Britt says, "Hey, the cushion. Oh, what is that left in the chair? Works from I don't. Fucking learn to type. You take the new one and give me the used. No, I'm just using one of those nice like seat cushions that we have. But what was I saying? What have you been playing? Because clearly you have not been playing your PlayStation in the last like 6 days.
Oh, I know. I've been playing way too much Borderlands. A
Oh,
lot,
are you
and
playing
I
it on
need
PC, right?
to- Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'cause,
Red Bass says it wasn't built for beefcakes. Beefcake! Yeah!
Yeah, no, I'm definitely playing on the PC because I got my roommate Jesse's old PC, which he bought new last year, because he got himself one that has a 50. It was at a 5070 or 5090 in it for a good deal, like brand new. So he's like, "Yeah, you want to buy this one off me?" I was like, "All right, sure."
Sorry, I'm flexing. But I heard you. I heard you. 5090.
See what Shinobi put?
No. Where you been, Josh? Treasonous fuck. Yeah, dude, seriously. We've been missing you on those fucking dives, man.
Dude, I know.
And then E. Parker's been fucking busy with working conventions and shit, so.
Out there grinding? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I see DJ Chrissy Love. Soon you'll be grinding with me and Sass and crying over drops. I'm crying over drops already. And, you know, I actually just finished the story, by the way, Chrissy. So I'm in Vault Hunter, Ultimate Vault Hunter mode now. So I gotta find all the vaults and all the other extra stuff.
So is it better than 3?
Oh, way better. Than
Excuse me.
way better. Like, I'll give 3 I'll give 3 this. It had really fun gameplay, but this one has just as good gameplay with a story that's like a million times better.
Okay.
They don't take themselves too seriously, but they are more on the serious side
Mm-hmm.
with the story. It's great.
You know
I
what?
highly recommend it.
You know what's too bad, dude, is I can't apply like a fucking filter to your face, because I am so tempted right now to like put you in like a hot dog costume, but I don't know how to do that. That'd be so fucking funny, dude.
I think I'd have to do that from my end, which I have no idea how to do.
Rad Bash says, I'll stick to lifting drumsticks, left my ass off, and just ordered my physical for Helldivers. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, man,
Nice.
when I got Helldivers for the PS5, I went out and looked, straight up looked for the physical, and that's what I've got. DJ Chrissy says it's worth one playthrough, but the world is awesome and the gunplay is just as good as 3. Yeah, so pretty much I think what you just kind of said. Do you have a filter on right now? You look. Oh shit, we got a juggalo in the house.
Oh, which button was that for the filters? Oh shit, was it this one? Okay. Alright, I'll see if I can find a hot dog one.
I think because I'm on the PC, I don't have that. Oh my god. Hold on. It's a fucking banana! Dude, that looks so fucking wrong. Oh my god.
Oh, this is great.
Your mouth is like way too big and keeps going in your eyes.
I think it's because of the glasses. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Does that look better? No, it's insane.
No, this is fucking scary. This is terrible. You can't make this look better, dude. Sasquatch in Time says best friend banana. And then Rad Bash says, oh god, I can smell the juggalos from here. Anonymous Mystery is laughing their ass off. Oh my god.
Alright, yeah. Alright, enough fun with the filters.
Fucking banana, dude. God, dude, that was terrifying. Oh man. So you've just been playing a lot of Borderlands 4?
Oh yeah. Way too much. Way too much. So yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, man? What you been playing?
So I was playing a lot of Helldivers this past week. I bought this game last year, but didn't really put too much time into it. It's called Pumpkin Jack. It is a kind of like a platformer, 3D beat 'em up kind of game. You know, hack and slash. You are literally, you know the story about like how the jack-o'-lantern came to be. There's like an ancient tale of a guy who like tricked the devil.
No, I haven't heard that version.
So essentially, it's an old like pagan tale of like how this guy tricked the devil into sending him back to the living realm, and he gave him like a gourd or something as a lantern, and that's kind of like how the jack-o'-lanterns came to be. So anyways, you play as literally that guy. And you're doing the devil's bidding, but you're a good guy. So I don't know. It's a fun game. I've put maybe like 7 hours into it so far. Been playing that on the Switch too. Also, I've been playing Helldivers. I've also been playing some Helldivers and Sonic Racing Crossworlds, which I'll do a live review in a little while of the game, but if you guys were watching the stream Friday night, which Friday night's chat was wild. We had over like 500 chats. When I looked in the analytics, I was like, damn, everyone, this is fucking popping. That stream alone had like 25, 26 watch hours. I was like, that's nuts. That's crazy, dude. That's one of the bigger streams that I've had. The game is just awesome and super fun. I actually traded in some games to GameStop because I had to go there to return my my camo DualSense controller because it got the fucking drift, you know?
Damn.
Yeah, dude, this is my 6th PS5 controller now.
Bro, you're burning through PS5 controllers faster than I am. Damn.
Well, I play more.
Touche.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was playing more than you were at first.
Yeah, at first. And then I caught up. I caught up and surpassed real fast. It's like Brian and Dom, where he's like, "I almost had you. You almost had me." Yeah. So yeah, been doing that, and then Sonic Crossworlds, man, that game is amazing. It's so much fun. Sega owes me a check because I sold copies for them. Literally, Way of the Shinobi and Snark both bought the game. Shinobi actually got the special edition, just based off of seeing my streams and watching.
Nice.
Yeah, so Sega, where you at, dude? Come on, hit me up. I know how to move shit. Radbash says, anyone picking up the new Battlefield? I'm not going to answer that because that kind of correlates to one of our Patreon question block questions. Way the Shinobi says, Josh's hands are just daintier. Sasquatch in Time says, so wait, Borderlands 4 is good?
Surprisingly.
So
I honestly was not anticipating it being this good.
So I remember reading like on launch day or 2 days after about how the game was like chugging and crashing and shit. You run into any of that?
So most of those issues are console issues. On PC, it's a hit or miss if you have those issues.
Okay.
But pretty much what's going on is it's called memory leaks. So it causes the RAM to get overloaded, and you end up losing frame rates over time. So the current fix for now is just closing out the game and reopening it. But Gearbox is currently working on a solution to that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And then DJ Chrissy Love says, it's worth it if you enjoy looter shooters. Can't put it down. I almost have 60 plus hours in it, and I'm still on one character grinding. Nice. Yo, we got Toy Box. We got Toybox
Hello?
Time Machine, aka Jordan, up in the house. Patreon show producer. She asks,
Hello?
"How are you on your 6th controller? Are you Hulk smashing them?"
See, that's what I'm saying.
All right, so listen. I got my Xbox Series X and my PS5 in the same week. Josh and I actually got our PS5s on the same day. I have that picture of us when we went to Target posing outside the store with our boxes.
Fucking great, man.
Yeah, looking like fucking 10-year-olds. My Xbox controller has not given me any fucking problems, and for a long time, I was on my Xbox way more than my PS5. And I still play my Xbox regularly. That controller is built to fucking last. The DualSense controllers for the PlayStation 5 are dog shit. They are universally hated on for their longevity. Josh, how many controllers have you gone through since we've gotten our PS5s? And I gotta say that we probably got them like, what, 4 years ago now?
God, really?
Was it 2021?
Yeah, I think so. Damn. Don't say it like that. I think I've gone through maybe 4 controllers.
Yeah.
About a controller a year. I mean, the 2 I currently have, they're still working fine. They sometimes they'll have a little drift, but it's nothing like major, and it's random.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, though, I mainly have it happen with Destiny, not really with any other game.
Yeah, so what's funny is on Helldivers, you have the left thumbstick and right thumbstick, right? So your left thumbstick is that movement? I'm trying to remember.
Left thumbstick is the character movement, right thumbstick is camera movement.
Yeah. So it's my left thumbstick that always goes out.
Really?
It's always the left one. And
For me, it's always the right.
yeah, and it's weird because it's not like I smash down to like run and then like hold it and go all crazy with it. I don't know if it's because I move it so quickly when I'm trying to like evade enemies and dive out of the way and whatnot. But yeah, I will say playing Helldivers 2 has definitely escalated my need to constantly get a new controller. But I think before I even got Helldivers 2, I was on my 3rd controller, maybe 2nd. My launch controller didn't really last me all that long either. And I think at that time I was just playing WWE 2K22 at the time, the one with Rey Mysterio on it.
Yeah, I think it was 22.
Yeah. I was just playing that a majority. And you would think playing a wrestling game like that would, make you run through controllers like crazy. But I think your controller went out first before mine did.
Yeah. I was playing a lot of Destiny at the time.
Yeah.
And that one's a very movement intensive game.
Well, again, so's WWE. Those
True.
games are definitely heavy. And then also like clicking down on the controllers to counter and do certain maneuvers. But anyways, yeah. It's funny because I played the fuck out of AEW Fight Forever, which is another pro wrestling game, and I had that for the Xbox, and my Xbox controller is still working fine. I've played Doom Eternal, Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters 1, 2, 3, and 4, Doom the Dark Ages, and plenty of other games on my Xbox, and that controller still holds up fine. I really do think Sony could learn a thing or two from our friends over at... Pull the controller out. Over at Retro Fighters, who are always G's and send us controllers to test out and try. This one is for the Dreamcast. They use Hall effect joysticks, so you'll never run into drift issues. And the thing is, man, Sony's... This is before the price hikes, too. But Sony would charge like $70 for a fucking controller.
Right?
And then $80 if you wanted a different color, a certain color or whatever. It's just ridiculous, man. If you're gonna charge that much, your shit better last. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll give you. Like, I can't argue ever that the controllers, like, I like the design of it, but the controllers are booty when it comes to lasting. Like,
Yeah. It feels good in your hand, you know, like it's ergonomic for the most part. I do prefer the offset thumbsticks on controllers, but you know,
but
the
still,
the
you know,
size of the
like,
PS5 controller is totally, the size and shape of it is actually way different than the PS4 or PS3 or PS2 controllers.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the PS4 controller, for instance, I think it was a special controller that I used to use a lot, even though I probably shouldn't have used it. It was the like 500 million edition. You remember that one I had, Josh? It was like the clear blue one or whatever.
yeah.
The controllers are so small in my hand for the PS4 that I would have to get those thumbstick extenders and then click them
I
on.
remember that.
Yeah, and that was like the only way I could like reasonably hold a PS4 controller. I don't have that issue so much with the PS5 controller.
Yeah.
Toybox Time Machine says, that's wild. One of my PS4 controllers just went out and I'm pissed. I've had it for a decade, so I expect my PS5 controller to hold up the same. Well, sorry. I mean, listen, Jordan, you've got dainty hands. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Way the Shinobi says, feels good in your hand, wink. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. The second I said it, I was like, fuck. Dude, shoot, man. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it as for what I've been playing. Oh, I found out my Roku TV has like a special edition of Pac-Man on it. So I downloaded that. I haven't played it yet on my TV, but you know what, dude?
On your TV?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I forgot about it, but I just recently remembered. Netflix has a Happy Gilmore golf demo.
What the fuck?
And it's like PS1 graphics, and it's like Happy Gilmore, like Extreme Golf '98, the demo.
That's
and
funny.
yeah, I've been wanting to play that, so I'm gonna get on that. But it shows like fight. It'll go from like golfing to like a standard fighting game and whatnot. So I think it's gonna be a pretty fun game, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyways, I think we should move on to the Patreon question block of the week. Guys, if you want to have your questions read live in their very own segment, head on over to patreon.com for as little as $3 a month. You can partake into that and also get access to our private Discord server and game nights. All right. So, excuse me. The first question we have is from our very own permanent executive producer, Way of the Shinobi. They ask, with Sonic Racing and the Xbox launch of Helldivers 2 being runaway hits, what do you think is the biggest surprise success or most slept on game this year?
Ooh.
That's a pretty good question.
Uh-oh.
What?
You cut out on me.
Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, I can hear you.
How now, Brown
What
Cow?
happened?
Unique New
Yeah,
York.
there you-
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you cut off for like a second.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
two.
Did you hear the
It was
question?
weird. Can you repeat it?
All right. Way the Shinobi asked, with Sonic Racing and the Xbox launch of Helldivers 2 being runaway hits, what do you think was the biggest surprise success or most slept on game this year?
Ooh, that's hard to say. A lot of games this year were like, everybody's very open about their, opinions on them.
Yeah.
And it's also one of those things where it's like it varies from person to person. But even though it hasn't come out yet, I'm gonna say Battlefield 4. I mean
6.
6. Yeah.
So you think that's gonna be a surprise success or slept on?
Surprise success, kind of.
I don't think
it's not going to be super surprising, but
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily is able to fall under that category, bro.
because I mean, the only other one I can think of is Borderlands 4, but you know,
I would
that's-
consider that a surprise success because of how much hate and how excited people were to see that game fail.
Yeah,
You know, I would say that would be
Yeah,
a
definitely.
surprise success.
yeah. Let's go with that because I honestly didn't want to get the game originally.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until DJ Chrissy Love and my roommate Jesse and one of the other guys that's on the other Discord, Sats.
Yeah.
It wasn't until they started playing it and they were telling me about it. I was like, all right, you guys talked me into it. I'll give it a try because I do like the Borderlands series,
Yeah.
but I was not hyped at all for it. And then when I started playing it, I was like, okay, this is way better than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of have a corny answer,
No.
but I think I'm gonna stick with it. Even though it was technically a runaway success, Helldivers 2. My argument for it being a game that came out this year, or a game that was big this year, is that it launched on the Xbox, like, brand new. The game has been out on PC and PS5 for almost 2 years now. I think it was February or March?
February last year, yeah.
Yeah. The reason why I say it was a surprise success was because of the state that the game was in before the Xbox launch.
Yeah.
So, on average, I would see maybe about 45,000 players online at a time.
Yeah.
And about 60-something% of that was PC players. Not so many
Yeah.
on the console, though, on the PS5. That all changed when Xbox launched. The day Xbox launched was also was it the same day? I think it was the same day as the ODST armor drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been the same day.
They hit over 500,000 live concurrent players that day.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, what sucked is the update the following week after that kind of nuked the game and created so many bugs. So many bugs. But even with all those issues and problems, you still see the player base at its lowest at 100,000 live concurrent players. And on a good day, you're seeing around 250,000 live concurrent players, which is huge.
Yeah.
And I didn't get the game at launch, but I got the game probably about a month after launch. And I was there for the highs, and I was there for the real big lows during last summer when there was maybe 25,000 concurrent players worldwide.
Dude, I remember at one point it dropped to like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It got really low.
Yeah, and the thing with Helldivers 2 is, the fan base is so radical and loud. They will review bomb the fuck out of the game on Steam, on console, and when things go south. And it's always a pattern. We're so back, we're so dead. We're so back, we're so dead. It's always like that. And right now we're in a slump again. But this slump isn't anything compared to what it was like last July, last August with Escalation of Freedom update.
Yep.
But I want to say that is a sleeper hit because of just the state the game was in before we got the green divers on our side. And also, all of the articles and major zeitgeist that game had garnered with the release on being on Xbox, you heard every article was like the end of the console wars, gamers united, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Excuse me, there wasn't anything else like that in recent memory, even in the last like 5 years, honestly. When Xbox announced that they were porting games over to the PS5 and launching games on the PS5 as well, people got really upset about that. And then same thing when PlayStation was saying they were porting games to PC within the last like 10 years. You know, people got pissed off about that. But for some reason, Helldivers is that one game where everyone is like, yes! We're getting it on this platform, that platform! You know, like, anyone and everyone can play it. So yeah, I would say Helldivers 2 on the Xbox. Yeah, it's funny how many low-level players I come across when I hit quick play. You know, it's
a good sign.
It's a breath of fresh air because I was there during the game's lowest points, like real low points, and to see it just bounce back, even though we're in a quote-unquote low, this is something that they would have wished for last year.
Yeah.
DJ Chrissy Love says, Helldivers collab with Halo was a surprise because they actually listened to criticism and make it not only a pass, but made it more fun to earn and made me want to grind for something in it. And Way the Shinobi says, Helldivers has been in the top 3 highest revenue games for Xbox since launch. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's nuts. Anonymous Mystery asks, is there a theme for next month's podcast, meaning October? Horror movies and games, let's get spooky. Yeah. So, just like last year where we were talking about horror movies and even we're streaming, I think we were streaming Resident Evil 1 remake for the GameCube. Yeah, because it was the OG Mansion, but it was the GameCube. It was the GameCube remake that got remastered for Xbox. So the remake, remaster. Yeah, so we were doing that stream. I kind of feel like we should either stream, like finish our run of Resident Evil 5, or get into like, I don't know, Callisto Protocol. Or no, you've already played that. I don't know. We'll figure something out for the horror game genre. But also, we did talk about horror movies last year as well. Every week, it was a different movie from a different franchise every week. I know Josh doesn't like scary stuff, but we'll
except Dead Space.
Yeah, we'll definitely touch on that. Way the Shinobi says, "I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude," in reference to the remake of a remaster of a remake. But yeah, we'll get creative again with the thumbnails for the episode or the podcast episodes and whatnot, just like we did last year. Last year's were pretty funny, where I was like a Grim Reaper, and I forgot what I had. I think I had you as a ghost. I just put your fucking face on a ghost. Yeah. But yeah, no, it'll be fun. It'll be real fun. And then
we got Gamer Games up in the house.
Yo, what's going on, Gamer Games? And then Snark asked a question over on Discord because he was driving at the time. So here, I'll just play it.
Hey man, I'm gonna record this to you as I'm on the road. Obviously I can't type, but I'm gonna send this as a recording. It's gonna be a rarity. I'm actually giving you a Patreon question for tonight's NSquared. I saw you all post about the news of EA being bought out by some Saudi company. Of course, I'm hearing a lot of people saying that they're going to boycott them, but I posted this on Twitter, and this is my question. Twitter, X, where you call it. But this is going to be my question. Now that EA is being bought out by a Saudi company, a lot of people are going to be boycotting their games. Are you all going to be boycotting Battlefield 6, or are you all still going to buy it? It's going to be interesting to see how that turns out because I know a lot of people have been wanting Battlefield 6. Me personally, I can care less about it. I'm not a fan of the Battlefield series, but I'm just curious to see what everyone's questions are going to be. So once again, I'm going to ask it. With the Saudis buying EA for $55 billion, are you going to boycott Battlefield 6 or are you still going to buy it? Let me know if you're on stream tonight, man. I should be on.
All right. So, did you see the news about it? I mean, I posted about it on Discord this morning, but you've also been not fucking active at all on our Discord, Josh.
Well, I mean, during the workday, I really can't really check Discord that often.
Bitch, you weren't on at all weekend.
Well, that too, but no, but I did Google it just now, and oh wow, I did not know that.
Yeah,
That
so
is interesting.
let me see here. Whoop. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Yep, so for those of you who don't know, EA and EA Sports were just sold for $55 billion and went private, which is the largest all-cash sponsor-backed take-private investment in history. The buyers include Newcastle's owners, the Saudi Public Investment Fund. EA has the largest catalog of sports games in the entertainment industry, which means this purchase could affect the Madden's exclusivity rights with the NFL.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, in other words, I don't know the entire intricacies, and I might sound like a fucking idiot, so don't quote me, but basically Saudi Arabia's, public interest fund is essentially the government buying EA, from what I understand.
Really?
Yeah. And this is something that we had touched on. I think I had touched on it on Friday's stream because I got into some wrestle talk because WrestleMania 2027 is going to take place in Saudi Arabia. And yeah, and that was met with a lot of backlash, which is also another WWE pay-per-view name, Backlash. But it was met with a lot of backlash, and not a lot of people are very happy about that because Saudi Arabia is accepting money from them is accepting blood money, essentially. They are still very much in the business of unaliving, the LGBTQ plus community. Which I find quite funny when I see LGBTQ plus communities say, like free Palestine and this and that. And it's like it's very funny you say that because you would not be welcomed there whatsoever. Just being real here and whatnot. And obviously Palestine's not Saudi Arabia, but you get the gist there. I mean, women barely got the access to drive there in the last 3 years. It is what they're trying to do is an attempt at sports washing the culture there, by saying hey, look it, we're inclusive too. We have boxing pay-per-views here. We have WWE pay-per-views here because they have had PLEs there in the past. Even I believe this year too. But WrestleMania is a huge one, and this is the first WrestleMania to not be in the United States.
Which is wild.
Because you would think maybe Canada or Britain would get one first before, blood money. Let's also not forget too that after the very first PLE, I think it was the very first PLE or pay-per-view of Crown Jewel. WWE's Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, the wrestlers and talent were essentially held captive after the pay-per-view because the Saudi Arabia prince did not pay Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon threatened that they weren't going to do the show and this and that. It was a big fucking ordeal. You had wrestlers contacting their family saying, hey, I don't know if I'm going to ever come home. Big mess. Now, all this aside, right? there's two coins. There's two sides to this coin here, and I'm gonna tread very carefully with how I word things. Not because of what I am. Not because I'm worried about what you guys feel of what I think or whatever. Like that's your problem. I'll just be straight up. It's not my responsibility. For how you react and how you feel for what I have to say. It's the same thing of like, it's none of my business to know your opinion of me. But I've seen some people say, fucking finally, and this is like not in quotes, but the gist. I've seen people say, fucking finally, EA will stop being woke now that Saudi Arabia will be in control of the company, And then the other side is basically all-encompassing of what I just kind of went over. I didn't really ever support EA because I never really liked their fucking practices, their business practices as an American company to begin with. They're all about monetization and ripping the customer off. I mean, look at the Star Wars Battlefront 2 debacle. Like what, maybe 8 years ago, 9 years ago. And look at just all the microtransactions and all the memes. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? And you look at the memes and it's like, it'll be like a dinner plate full of food. And then it'll be like 3/4 of the plate is like blurred out. And it's like, if EA served you dinner, and then it was like a drumstick is $12 and, the broccoli is $5 and so on and so forth. Yeah. That's just how EA is, man. Now, would I boycott, this is kind of a multifaceted answer here. Would I boycott Battlefield 6 now that this buyout has happened? I'm going to say this. No, I'm not going to boycott Battlefield 6 because Battlefield 6 was in development. And I think, what do they call it when it's like ready to ship? It's called like platinum or gold or something. It's ready to go, essentially. The game was made, developed and made and completed long before this was finalized, right? And I'm sure a lot of the employees had no fucking idea about any of this that was going on. So as far as I'm concerned, Battlefield 6 has nothing to do with this. Mm-hmm. So I will gladly buy a copy of Battlefield 6, and that will be my first purchase of an EA product, new, not on the pre-owned or used market, in the last like 20 years. I haven't bought, supported, or given them any of my money in the last like 20 years. I don't give a fuck about Madden games. The only Madden games that I have are the two Maddens that have Gronk on the cover and Brady on the cover. And I bought those used for like $8 at GameStop. I don't even have the Dead Space remake. I have the Dead Space games, but guess what?
The originals?
I bought them used at conventions and at GameStops. I haven't given EA my money in a long time. Long time. So, E. Parker says, joined in at the fuck EA section, I see. Gamer Game says, I love NHL 94. That was a good EA game. Yeah, but the thing is, with that one, they pulled at your heartstrings. It's a pixelated throwback of a Sega Genesis game. You know what I mean? NHL 94, and mechanically too, it's a good game. But I mean, shit, we could even talk about Titanfall 1 and 2. Those are good games too, right? But yeah. I didn't buy them. I didn't support EA because I don't like EA. I don't like their business practices, and I don't think it's going to be any different, honestly. And here's the other thing too, right? If you boycott EA, do you really think that's going to hurt Saudi Arabia's and their prince's fucking pocket? No, not at all. The dude is fucking loaded. That country is loaded. And you can boycott EA all you want, I mean, hey, I'm pretty much doing the same thing too outside of Battlefield 6.
Mm-hmm.
But voting for your wallet in this circumstance doesn't mean a fucking thing. It really doesn't mean a fucking thing. And if anything, it's probably just going to get the studio shut down. Which will create not Saudi job losses, but American job losses. So it's a multi-edged shuriken there. So it's not so black and white, at the end of the day. And if EA shuts down, it's not just EA. It's going to be all the studios that they use to assist as well, in completing projects and whatnot. They're going to have less work, probably shut down just as much, and so on. So it is definitely not so black and white, But here's the thing, too. People are going to buy Madden. There are people who only play Madden games. And I think, honestly, Madden is probably what keeps EA's doors open and lights on. And until that exclusivity right, goes away or whatever, they're going to keep churning them out. And I think they also have the college football series now, too. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not necessarily happy to see Saudi Arabia continue their sports washing and Americanizing of their country. I'll be straight up. I really don't like a lot of the Middle East's culture just in general. It's still pretty fucking barbaric. A lot of things that you see out of there, and you have a lot of people that say America's the worst country and this and that. Go ahead and move to Afghanistan, move to Iran, move to Pakistan, see how it is. See how it suits you. I guarantee you're going to wish you were back here. So yeah, that's my stance on it. It's pretty bold. I'm not... This isn't like a hill I'm going to die on, but it's not a hill to... There's no reason to die on this hill, you know what I mean? Like, it's just my feelings on it, and that's that,
Yeah. It's a pretty bold statement, but yeah, no, what I was gonna say is what I feel about it is, honestly, they can't be any worse than what EA was already at.
Yeah.
Like, it was a huge turnaround for what they did with Battlefield 6, but the damage has already been done.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting Battlefield 6, but other than that, I've stopped buying not Battlefield, but EA games for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, you even passed on the Dead Space remake, and you were a huge Dead Space fan.
Yeah, as much as that intrigued me, I'm like, no, screw EA. I already played the originals. I'm satisfied with that. Even though I did hear that Dead Space remake was really good, they did improvements. But it's whatever,
Yeah.
I experienced the first one. First one's the greatest. But I passed up on other Battlefield games because I just don't like the way they. It's not even like the whole wokeness stuff. It's the fact that they focus more on the wokeness than they do on the actual gameplay and story.
Yeah.
And you can still have a game with what people would consider woke messages. That's still good.
Mm-hmm.
There was one other game I already forgot the name of it, but apparently it was kind of woke, but people said it was actually good. So it's like it's possible,
Yeah.
And I'm not into that stuff, but at the same time, if the game's good, the game's good.
Right.
But EA did not focus on that. They didn't focus on a good game. They just focused on the inclusivity stuff, the DEI stuff, and then whenever people got on their asses about making a shit game and focusing on that, they would backlash to their own customer base, their own player base. It's like, really? That's what you're gonna do? And that's where I stand with that. Now, the whole situation with Saudi Arabia purchasing EA, I don't know how their business practices are over there when it comes to entertainment and all that. And like this is something, it is pretty major just because of the fact that it's a Saudi Arabia. I don't even know if it's a company. It's probably the government purchasing a gaming studio from the U.S. Like that's crazy.
One of the biggest as well. I mean,
Yeah.
the article I read aloud said that EA, where is it? Where'd it go? Fuck, I think I deleted it already. Oh no, here it is. EA has the largest catalog of sports games in the entertainment industry, which means the purchase could affect Madden's exclusivity rights with the NFL. Yeah. So there's big implications there as well. So yeah. I'm gonna catch up with the chat real fast. Let's see. Way the Shinobi says they're gonna steal the fuck out of your data and push more microtransactions than you've ever seen. Gamer Game says I vaguely remember EA games being good up to the PS2 era. Way the Shinobi says that is correct. It's the money generated from their oil sales. IIRC.
That means if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. The only reason other nations engage with them is because they have absurd amounts of money. The Saudis also own Monopoly Go and Pokemon Go. And supposedly Monopoly Go is super well liked. Not sure the Pokemon sale affected the game. I mean, Pokemon Go, I know people still play it, but it's not nearly what it once was when it first came out. Monopoly is such a classic. Anonymous Mystery says Saudi Sims with a laugh emoji. If anything, they would probably... I mean, I don't know. My speculation would be they would get rid of the Sims because there's a lot of LGBTQ plus stuff within the game itself. Way the Shinobi says, I think the most noticeable thing most players will see will be diminished roles of female characters in games and painting the Saudis in a good light. They're not foolish enough to be heavy-handed. And then Gamer Game says, oh, Dead Space was good too. I enjoyed all three. So yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I can really say about, Saudi Arabia getting their hands on it is they can't be any worse, realistically. At least for what I like. I know people who are on like the LGBT side of the community.
Yeah.
They may be a lot more disappointed than people like me or you.
Yeah.
Because of, how their culture is, right? They're highly against that kind of stuff.
Right.
And like you said earlier, it's like it's not up to us to control how people feel.
Right.
I personally am not for the LGBT stuff, but I will not disrespect them. If they come to me respectfully, kindly, I'll come to them respectfully and kindly.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that stuff, but to each their own.
Yeah.
So I do feel bad for them, for that community. I
mean, even Charlie Kirk, when he was confronted by one of his own followers and like a far right, person at a speaking event that he was at, they confronted him and they were getting on his case for not being against the LGBTQ, and he was like, what is it? Whose business is it what people do behind closed doors?
Yeah,
exactly. Even he was someone who was standing up for their right to be there. You know what I mean?
Right. Just because we don't have the same beliefs doesn't mean I don't care about them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
People.
It's not my cup of tea, but one of my closest friends, is in that category. I have family members in that category. Not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you ain't preaching it down my kid's throat, as long as you're not, pretty much, you know what? That's my only thing. As long as you're not parading it in front of my kid, as long as you're not trying to brainwash my kid, as long as you're not trying to indoctrinate them, I got no problem with you. I got no fucking problem with you. That's it. That's really what it is. It's really what it comes down to.
Their own lives, they can live it however they want.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of being American.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of being American.
Yep.
But so I do feel bad for that community. You said what?
No, I just said I was gonna read E. Parker here. He says, I haven't bought an EA game in ages at retail, and I'll continue to do the same. As a queer person, this doesn't change anything for me, honestly. Well, hold on, Parker. I have a legitimate question. Because in the past you've said you're bi. Is bi the same thing as queer? Because I thought queer was just gay. Josh, don't fucking laugh. I'm asking a legitimate question here.
No. I saw Eugene.
Says just got here. Are we talking about people who don't play the Hell Let Loose? Shut the fuck up, Tommy. No one. We are never playing Hell Let Loose again. No.
Don't worry, Tommy. One of these days I'll play with you.
The game is horrible. Did you get Helldivers yet, Tommy? Because you told me for like the last 2 months you were gonna get it. Maybe even 3. E. Parker, queer is just a blanket term. Oh, okay. Eugene's big old capital LOL. Alright, so anyways, that'll be it. Snark. Yes, see, I'm not alone. I am not alone. So anyways, that's it for the Patreon question block of the week. If you are a Patreon show producer, meaning you subscribe to our Patreon account, please get your questions in. That's what you're paying for, right? Also to support us. But yeah, you got to get stuff back in return, and this is one of those things. So head on over to patreon.com/NSquared podcast. Little as $3 a month. You can help support the show and keep it rocking and rolling. All right. So I'm going to catch up with the chat here again. Eugene says, I keep forgetting. Yeah, it's been like 3 months. I haven't been on really. Yeah, dude, I know. Get out of your little fucking cocoon. Whatever you're fucking doing. Socialize again. We just saw you. We just saw you at Tucson Comic-Con last month, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna be better, and I'm gonna hang out and be around more. Where the fuck you at, bro? Where the fuck you at?
As long as you're hustling, Eugene, Tommy boy, if you're hustling, I get it. Yeah, you're making that money.
Yeah.
Make some time for your boy.
Way of the Shinobi says, you will probably not be surprised to know that I don't really care about that either. My issues with the Saudis is bigger than that. E. Parker says, I agree with Shinobi 100%. Eugene says, working and sleeping, LOL. Sleep less. Sleep less. If that's where you have to cut out time to hang out with us, bro, that's where you got to do it, okay? That's where you got to do it. All right, so moving on to a very interesting topic. Fortnite removes peaceful hips emote due to alleged Nazi imagery.
What?
I haven't seen this dance before, but I did, I screenshotted the IGN article that shows Homelander just, no, is it Peacemaker, not Homelander. Peacemaker just doing a pose here. Obviously, come on, Tiny, focus, please. He's got one arm up, one arm down. That's all I know of this dance. Peaceful hips.
Wait, is that the one where you just literally just kind of go like this? Like...
I don't know. I know nothing about that. I know nothing.
Dude, if that's the case, that is the dumbest thing.
Chat, are you familiar with the Fortnite peaceful hips emote? And does it make you think of Nazis right away? I legit want to know. Listen, I'm 34. I don't know shit about emotes other than what I use in Helldivers. Anonymous Mystery says that's reaching. Apparently they're doing some yoga over at Epic Games because that is a reach, says Anonymous.
Oh my... Dude, that's like like, you see that kind of dance like in like a lot of like older like movies where the person can't dance?
Yeah.
It's just that is...
So, Anonymous Mystery says swastika, maybe?
So they're saying Like, that's what sucks. Like, the original swastika is an Indian symbol.
Right, for like good
Meaning
fortune or
peace.
something, right?
Yeah, good fortune or peace.
Yeah.
So, you know what? No, these people are just ridiculously stupid. They're literally just trying to find anything and everything to bitch about.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. This is one of the rare times where I don't know enough to have an opinion. But here, I'm gonna minimize you for a second.
Yeah, look for it. Because when you see it, you go like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so let's see. Let's go to YouTube. And we'll look up peaceful hips. Hopefully YouTube seems a little bit safer, so peaceful hips emote. How the fuck is that? Dude, I'm literally showing it on stream right now. And that's supposed to resemble Nazi stuff?
It's when one arm goes up and one arm goes down.
Yeah. But
like it's so stupid.
Bro.
It really is.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely a fucking reach. Oh my gosh.
That's beyond a reach.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, they're turning into freaking Mr. Fantastic with that kind of reach, man.
Jeez.
It's
So Way of the Shinobi says it's not Epic, it was whoever pointed it out, and Epic just didn't feel like dealing with it. If you don't know what a swastika looks like, that emote may look like he's making a swastika with his arms. Yeah, no. No. No, not it. Eugene says, that's a Halo reach. Anonymous Mystery says, trying to find shit to be offended by. Sasquatch in Time says, sorry guys, it was my mom who complained. She wanted me to stop playing and come to dinner. Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely asinine. And it's kind of sad to see companies just fold like that, you know?
Oh yeah, I get it, cause like they're so freaking huge, they just don't want to deal with like any of that kind of BS. So they're just like, all right, just sweep it under the rug.
I guess. Well, hopefully they refunded people who paid for it.
Right.
Because I imagine that probably came with a Peacemaker, skin package.
Skin bundle?
Yeah, the skin bundle. So hopefully they got some V-Bucks in return for that just all of a sudden disappearing from their emote wheel.
Right.
We also got some other cool news regarding a new Friday the 13th series. There is a series in development, a prequel series. And it was announced today that WWE's Braun Strowman, they say WWE's, but he's been fired from WWE. So he is no longer with them at the time. But Braun Strowman confirms he's in talks to play Jason Voorhees for the Friday the 13th revival. So, Josh, I'm gonna minimize you again. My bad, bro. But for those who don't know who he is, I'm gonna go ahead and show him on screen right now. He's 42 years old. He is 6'8" and weighs in at around 386 pounds. Big honking man. So I think he would be pretty appropriate to play Jason Voorhees.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my only thing is with him, as far as like his physique goes, he's always bouncing back and forth between really heavy or really lean. I'm kind of wondering if he does get the role, like where he's gonna land on his fucking steroid cycle. You know what I mean? So I think it's pretty interesting, though. Not gonna lie. Pro wrestling and acting does go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing is with Jason too, it's not so much the. Obviously, there's not going to be any dialogue for him, but there will be how the physical portrayal. How are you going to be menacing, and then how are you going to be absolutely terrifying, so on and so forth, right? You can put a big guy in that costume, but it's not always going to be a guarantee that it's going to work. Kane Hodder, I think, is probably the best actor to portray Jason Voorhees. So it's going to be interesting to see if Braun Strowman can put what he would do in the ring into this role of Jason Voorhees. If he gets the role. I hope him speaking out about it doesn't qualm his chances of getting the role.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty interesting. I forgot who's playing Pamela Voorhees. I want to say it's like Jennifer Love Hewitt or someone. It's someone you wouldn't expect.
Huh?
Oh no, I think it's Linda Cardellini. Hold on.
No.
Yeah, I think it is. I think I remember that. Linda Cardellini. Friday the 13th. Yes, she is playing Pamela Voorhees.
No way.
Yeah, in a prequel series. Yep. It's gonna be produced and published by Peacock.
Oh, prequel series? Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Sasquatch in Time says definitely a skin bundle. A skinhead bundle? Way of the Shinobi says, I see what they were trying to say, but it's the most ridiculous thing I'll see this week. Yeah. Like, the only thing that, we'll revisit that real fast. The only thing the Peaceful Hips had going for it was one arm was, 90 degrees up and one arm was 90 degrees down. But I would challenge whoever complained about it to look through all of, So You Think You Can Dance, or America's Got Talent, or any of those other talent shows, and tell me how many times dancers do that move in particularly, because I guarantee you, it will show up at least 2 times in a dance routine. You know what I mean? Like, that's absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. Let's see, let's move on. Apparently, I just learned about this today. The Simpsons movie's getting a sequel.
What?
Yeah. There was a
The one with the dome?
Yeah, that movie, yeah. Apparently there was a movie poster released today that showed Homer picking up another donut. Like, it was like from like the POV of like Homer's eyes, right? So you see his hand lifting up a donut, and it said he's coming back for seconds. And I was like, there's no way. And I googled it, and sure as shit, new Simpsons movie is set for summer 2027 release, taking over a Marvel future date. So we all know that, the Simpsons were owned by Fox. Fox is now owned by Disney. So, Disney's going, all right, Simpsons, time to squeeze some fucking milk out of this rock.
Right.
I mean, The Simpsons, I think everyone can pretty much agree on that it has been bad since like season 8 or 9. And I think it's on like season fucking 20 something now,
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Mystic Lee says, all right, everyone, fun stream. I'll catch you later. Have a good week. Hey, you too, man. Have a good night. I was like, damn, are we streaming? Are we going that late already? It's only 8:12. I mean, it is only 8:12, but over there it's 11:12. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
We have only been going for an hour 40 though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that out loud to keep myself in check. But yeah, there is apparently that was reported by Deadline, Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, and IndieWire have all reported on it today. So I have no idea what this is about. I remember seeing the Simpsons movie in the theaters twice, and the first time it was fun. The second time I went because my friends wanted to see it a second time, and it was just something to do during the summer, you know?
Yeah.
The Simpsons, E. Parker says The Simpsons is on its 32nd season, I think.
Oh my god.
Dude. Can you look
That's
that up,
crazy.
Josh?
Yeah.
If that's true, dude. Holy fuck. Let sleeping
There's
dogs lie.
36.
They're on their 36th season right now?
Yep.
Jeez, bro.
It's been confirmed that they're gonna have, seasons up to 40 so far. Oh my god.
I mean, dude, okay, here's the deal, right? It's only a matter of time before these voice actors retire, die of old age, or just can't do it anymore. I want to say one of the Simpsons voice actors actually did retire.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah. E. Parker says, bro, I undershot in all caps. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I love The Simpsons as a novelty, as like a part of like, it's like a piece of Americana. You know what I mean? When you think of like America under a broad spectrum, when you think of American animation, I think as a foreigner, for example, someone's going to say The Simpsons.
Yeah.
You know, Family Guy hasn't even hit the heights that The Simpsons have. And Family Guy's been around for a long time too. But the thing is, The Simpsons are still globally recognized and beloved. I just do not know. Bro, like, how are you going to make a canonized film on The Simpsons where we're at now within the show? I don't even know if the first movie was recognized within the show itself. I mean, it's kind of hard to say because shows like The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, American Dad, you know, fucking Family Guy, each episode is a totally wild and different adventure. You know what I mean? As far as those things go. I just don't know, bro. I don't know why. Like, who was asking for that? I wasn't. You know what I mean? And by the time the first Simpsons movie actually came out, The Simpsons was already bad.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
The movie came out in like,
At
what,
that point,
2006, 2007? The Simpsons had been going on since like 1988.
It was 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at that point,
even
that,
at
that
that-
show was almost 20 years old already.
Yeah. It was 28 years at that point. Because Simpsons came out in 89. So yeah.
It wasn't 28, bro.
I mean 18, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
You know, like... that would
Yeah,
be...
at that point, yeah.
I mean, that would be like
Non-stop
making a
action.
He-Man animated movie. At that time.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Way of the Shinobi says they're just trying to reignite interest in the show. E. Parker says Disney is going to AI the shit out of their voices to keep the show going. Yeah, man. Oh, have a good night, Anonymous Mystery. Anonymous says I'm also out. See y'all next time. Have a good night.
I'll see you, Anonymous. Have a good night.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is kind of related but adjacent. At LA Con this past, like LA Comic Con this past weekend, there was literally an AI hologram machine of Stan Lee that you could walk up to and talk to.
They're milking that now too, huh?
And you know what's fucked up is he was mistreated and milked the fuck out of in his last few years of life. You know, he was totally mistreated, mishandled, just squeezed for every fucking, you know, cent that he could earn everyone else. And now it's like they're not even letting him rest. Like, clearly it's not him, right? But
yeah,
like, bro. Way the Shinobi says, if this bombs, they'll probably cancel the series. And I was just about to bring that up. The Stan Lee thing. Eden Parker says, The Simpsons is such a monolith, I can't imagine the show being canceled over a single box office bomb. And Shinobi says, he would have hated that, and they know it.
yeah,
Yeah. Like, he wanted his legacy to live on through his work. You know, through his art of comics. You know, he, like, that's his legacy. You know, the stories, the I would say the only kind of like real DEI I can get behind are the stories that Stan Lee and Marvel produced throughout the years. I am one of the biggest fans of the X-Men. And the X-Men was an allegory for diversity. You know, for really, it was really for racism. It was an allegory for racism. And I love the fuck out of the X-Men face value and for the messaging behind it. But, you know, like, that's Stan Lee's legacy right there. Doing all that kind of stuff. And, you know, on this whole AI thing, I mean, dude, I felt a very certain way when I saw Peter Cushing AI-defied in, I think it was Star Wars Rebel 1 or Rogue One. You remember that movie?
Yeah, I remember the movie. Like, Peter Cushing, I don't know the name. Peter Cushing.
So he was in A New Hope, but he was also a very big British actor in the horror films produced by Hammer.
Yeah, I just googled it. Yeah, I see who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they AI'd him. They AI'd what's her name? Oh my god, I feel terrible for saying what's her name. Princess Leia.
No, yeah.
You know, Carrie
Yeah,
Fisher.
not
I mean, and like everyone can say, well, you know, they had the family's, you know, permission and this and that. But it's like, yeah, dude, but of course they're going to say that because they're probably profiting off of it.
Yep.
I think in Rogue One, though, in all fairness, Carrie Fisher was still alive when that came out. I could be wrong. It was either right before or right after her death.
So I think Carrie Fisher passed in the middle of recording, if I'm not mistaken. I'll Google it though. I could be wrong.
She would have, I think, if the movie that she would have passed in would have been the third one, Rise of Skywalker. Because in that one they definitely did some AI fuckery and also used unused lines and footage. E. Parker says Grand Wax Toffin. Moff Tarkin. Right? Eugene says, sounds like the author of The Witcher. He said the showrunners didn't listen to anything he or Henry Cavill suggested. Yeah, I mean, that's why Henry Cavill ultimately left.
Mm-hmm.
Shinobi says, it's a matter of whether the series is still worth continuing. Everyone knows The Simpsons, but who really still cares about The Simpsons? I will say I do in the month of October every year. with a new Treehouse of Horror, Treehouse of Terror, whatever it's called. Evelyn and I watch it every year. That's the only time I will watch The Simpsons, and go out of my way to watch The Simpsons. E. Parker says Fisher was alive and stood in for her role. She died during the release cycle of The Last Jedi. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what it was. Yeah. Thank you for that correction.
Yeah. Shinobi says, I don't know, if I were in that position, I'd like my short role filled in with AI to maintain continuity if it was a film I cared about at least. So I think it depends on each person. Right, but the thing is, she was alive when that happened.
No, I think she's way the Shinobi's talking about what's his face? Peter Cushing.
Yeah, Peter Cushing was long dead.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm pretty sure his wife was even dead at that time. So it was up to like his kids or grandkids for that matter. I don't know. But like for instance with the Carrie Fisher thing, Carrie Fisher was alive and gave the okay for the de-aging and everything like that.
Yeah.
Now, if they were to use Carrie Fisher again and say like I don't know, the fucking the Grogu and Mandalorian movie. It's like, did Carrie Fisher in her will or agreement with the studio say like, yes, I would like this to happen? If so, fine. That's what she wanted. But if not, and you're leaving it up to, I'm calling family and whoever's in her will third party, because they are not her. If they are going off of third party, they have third party interests. And if obviously, her estate is going to garner money from that, right? So it's like, yeah. E. Parker says, the only issue I have is it's a slippery slope to push the envelope in the future. Allowing a brief AI snippet in a movie can easily turn into a full role you've never signed up for. Exactly. And I mean, go ahead and look at the Call of Duty Zombies debacle that happened. I think it was this year or last year, where they literally replaced the voice actors with their likeness in the game.
Wow.
E. Parker says this is happening with a James Dean role being constructed entirely by AI, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, no, I think it's dog shit. I think AI is a useful tool, but we are entirely abusing its ability, and not only that, but letting it start to control things way more than we should.
Oh yeah.
Feel how you may about this guy, but I'm gonna bring him up. Elon Musk was it was the first time he was on the Joe Rogan podcast several years back. Was preaching on AI needs to be stopped, it needs to be shut down. Congress needs to get involved heavily on this to incredibly slow down the rate of AI's learning, because it's essentially that whole segment of that podcast of the Joe Rogan Experience was pretty much him giving the Skynet warning. And look at in the last few years of where AI has like really was introduced, to the mass population and whatnot, to where it is now. It's absolutely fucking bonkers, man. It's absolutely fucking bonkers. I mean, for fuck's sakes, dude. And I only know this because of X. Because of stuff that you scroll across randomly on X. There's a company out there called Real Doll. They sell life-like replica like sex dolls, right?
Jeez.
And now they have a version of them with a literal AI brain. And it will turn its head. It will carry a conversation with you. And it will literally react to what happens with what you do with that doll.
That's
it's not
creepy.
it's not presets. It's AI. It is literally a roguelike every time you're with that thing.
Yeah, that's creepy. No,
It's
fuck that.
absolutely creepy. It's terrifying. And if you're going that far, we are steadily, and this is my belief, like it or not, I don't give a fuck. We are steadily on the way to eliminating our own species with this.
Right.
It's a very dangerous and slippery slope.
I agree with you on that one.
Eugene says, how much asking for a friend? I don't know, bro. Check it out. Check it out. Josh, I'm going to go take a whiz real quick. Go ahead and catch up with the chat.
Sounds good. All right. Where the Shinobi says, I totally get what you mean. And honestly, since there's rarely a way to know how they felt for sure, so I honestly would be okay with that just not being a thing. Oh, talking about like the AI likeness and all that. E. Parker says, oh fuck, I forgot about the zombies actors. I remember when the original voices were patched out of Black Ops 6, and my friends and I couldn't get over it. Damn, that sucks. The original voice actors were patched out of an existing game. Yeah, no, that's not good. Whether Shinobi says, I absolutely agreed with him on that. I think you're talking about Elon Musk. Gamergram says, the whole world going to hell, man. Right. Wait, Shinobi, no shot the good AI does ever outweighs the bad, in my opinion. It didn't even take 2 years for it to become a disaster. Yeah, no. And then, I heard apparently AI might even be just getting a little bit too smart. That it's gotten to the point where it will try to copy itself to keep itself from being deleted. So, that's fun. Snark says, so now we're going to have a sexualized Megan. Hold on to your vaginas. Eugene says, I saw a meme saying they're so realistic, they just want to be friends with you. Yeah, no, I don't trust it. I don't trust it one bit. I know movies are movies, but sometimes they're not wrong. So, it's going to start with, sex dolls, and then eventually they're going to take our jobs. They're the Mexicans of the IT industry. E. Parker says, I'd say right now it's already being outweighed. You should look into the horror stories of living around AI centers and how they're eating up local water supplies and raising utility bills everywhere. Ooh, that sucks. How are they eating up the local water supply, though? That's what I want to know. Wait, it's going to be friend-zoned by your sex bot. Oh my god. Can you imagine being that bad at, flirting or whatever? Picking up chicks or just picking up the opposite gender? That you get friend-zoned by a sex bot that you paid for? Oof. Hugh Parker, literally the movie Her. Bro. Oh. Wait, Shinobi, bro, that shit started from a negative.
I'm going to grab a beer.
Alright. Wait, Shinobi, Tucson showed the fuck up and ran one of those data centers out of the city. Super proud. Oh, shit. Oh, they require... Oh, they... Wait, Shinobi says data centers require a ton of water to cool them. Ah.
Oh.
That's crazy. But yeah, no, especially here in Tucson, fuck that. California's already taking most of our water. And then there's that whole situation with alfalfa plants. Yeah, no.
I'm just catching up with the chat here real fast. Just ignore me.
Yeah, no, it's crazy to know that I didn't realize that I know they take a lot of electricity. I didn't realize they took a lot of
Fucking
water.
Eugene. I saw a meme saying they are so realistic they just want to be friends with you.
Wait, shouldn't we? There is an accelerating water shortage throughout the world, and needless AI centers rob needed water from the poorest people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
I
are you
mean,
at
not
on your
only
news?
that, not only even just the AI centers, but that goes into even the whole NFT issue as well, and all this data mining.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon tried to build a data center in Tucson, and the city voted against it, against the city council, and it was denied. Oh, good. It's so bad here in
Good.
Utah. We've been pinned as the next mecca for tech, and it's really bad here. That sucks.
Yeah, that's horrible.
All right. So, instead of being a Debbie Downer of an episode, let's go ahead and talk about some fucking cool stuff, guys. Some fun stuff. Let me let me just change up the music here.
Snark says NFT, no fucking thanks.
Exactly. So let's all hop back into our way back machine. Everyone, pull down the harness across your chest. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. And please, hold questions until the end of the ride. We are going back to a time where you felt alive. Let's head back to the year 1998. We're on October 2nd, 1998. A Night at the Roxbury was released. It's a famous Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan film. It's where we got the whole head bobbing dance meme, and whatnot. And if we head on over to even further back, 1993, October 1st, Cool Runnings was released. Great film with John Candy about a Jamaican bobsled team man. It's a great Disney movie. And we head on even back 1 year prior. October 2nd, 1992. The Mighty Ducks premiered.
Oh my god, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I haven't seen it in forever either. With Emilio Estevez in a cast of all-star 90s kid actors. I think so far out of these movies, Cool Runnings is my favorite so far. Have you ever seen Cool Runnings, Josh?
Nah.
Oh, bro, you're missing out.
Yeah.
You are missing out. We move ahead a year. September 29th, 1993. A Bronx Tale was released. We move forward 2 years into 1995. September 29th, 1995. Walt Disney Productions released The Big Green. You ever see that soccer movie, The Big Green?
No.
I bet you if you see the movie poster, you're going to be like, oh, I know that movie.
I'm gonna Google it. 1995. Yeah, you're right. I have seen it. I
Yep,
don't
that movie
remember.
poster is iconic.
Yeah,
I forgot the dude's name, but he was in The Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah.
Yep. And if we head forward 3 more years. September 29th, 1998. The TV show Felicity premiered with none other than Amy Jo Johnson, a.k.a. the Pink Power Ranger. The OG Pink Power Ranger. Oh, my heart be still. And if we move back 3 years, October 3rd, 1995. OJ said, "If the glove does not fit, you must acquit." And he was acquitted of murder.
What a factoid to throw out there. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah. And then moving on forward 4 years. October 1st, 1999. Mark Wahlberg, Ice Cube, and George Clooney acted in the movie The Three Kings, which was about 3 United States soldiers during Desert Storm stealing some loot out of, what was his name? Bro, who is the dictator in Afghanistan? I just keep thinking Bin Laden. No, Osama Bin Laden. Bro, why can't I? Oh my God, I feel like such
Saddam
a
Hussein.
Saddam Hussein. There we go. Out of Saddam Hussein's locker or vault or whatever.
Yeah.
We move back 1 year. October 4th, 1998. Roly Poly Oly premiered. 3D animated Disney show. Roly Poly Oly, goated. Fucking goated.
Dang, I haven't. Dude, that's another one I haven't heard in a while.
Bro, Roly Poly Oly was one of my favorite shows during that time. He's roly poly oly, small and squirty round. Yeah, dude.
Man, I remember that show. I didn't watch it too much, but I remember watching it.
Yeah. And moving it back 8 years. October 4th, 1990. Beverly Hills 90210 premiered. A show so white, it blinded me. Moving it forward, back 8 more years. October 2nd, 1998. Ants was released.
No way.
I was more of a Bug's Life person myself, but Ants, as an adult, is a better movie.
I really like both movies, but yeah,
Yeah.
Ants is definitely better.
I think Ants was a DreamWorks film, if I remember correctly. And I've got two more fatties here for you. 2 more. Buckle up, because it's about to get crazy. 26 years ago today, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater released on the PlayStation in North America, influencing all of those who'd played its game musical tastes. And revolutionized skateboarding into the mainstream's veins. Josh, did you play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the PS1?
I don't think I played the first one. I know I definitely played Pro Skater 2.
Pro Skater 1 had really been a giant launch pad for the band Goldfinger. They already were like 3 albums deep, I think, at the time when the game came out. But it put, so here I am doing everything I can. You know,
Yeah.
Superman, that was put into the youth of America's ears. And everyone was like, what is this noise? It is called ska. I must need ska in my ears at all times.
Yeah, looking back at it, looking at the pictures of it, yeah, I definitely played Pro Skater 1.
I played Pro Skater 1 on the very first time on a Pizza Hut demo disc. The same demo disc, I believe, had a demo for Crash Bandicoot Warped, Tomb Raider 2 or 3, Metal Gear Solid, and Medieval. Yeah. It was a fucking stacked demo disc. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to minimize you for a second here.
You look for it?
Yeah, pull up YouTube. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. Hold on.
Don't tell me you spilled your beer.
No, I have this little fan that you wear as a necklace, but I have it right now propped up on the desk, just aimed at me. Let me see. Pizza Hut PS1 demo commercial. All right, I'm going to pause the music here, y'all, and we're going to indulge in this together. Oh, hold on.
This pizza's bringing me back to my days in New York. Broadway, the garden, that New York street corner pizza. The slices were so big you have to fold them. And they were dripping with cheese and the sauce and the thing.
Steve, you're only 15. You've never left Wisconsin.
But the cheese and the folding and...
No.
The big New Yorker pizza from Pizza Hut. This is what pizza's supposed to be. 16 inches of big foldable New York pizza for a very un-New York price.
You need help.
Pizza Hut, the best pizzas under one roof.
Okay, that wasn't it. That fucking lied. I do remember that commercial. But, hold on. Is this it? Oh.
Don't you know that this stuff is filled with backwards messages? Eat Pizza Hut.
The Pizza Hut.
Don't you know that this stuff is filled with backwards messages? Eat Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza backwards. Crash is the man. Worship Crash.
What?
Party of Crash is us.
Dude, don't you have locks in this house?
Crash is back at Pizza Hut. Now, when you buy a large stuffed crust pizza for $9.99, you get one of 2 free PlayStation demo discs with cool games and a chance to win $500,000.
Backwards talking am I now?
Stuffed crust.
Hell yeah, dude. Let me see here. The fucking dude, I fucking loved these demo discs. They were stacked. Like, look at this one, for example, that's on the screen right now. Final Fantasy VIII, Crash Team Racing, Ape Escape, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and Cool Borders. Oh, okay, so this one had Tony Hawk on it. The other demo disc had Crash Bandicoot Warped, Metal Gear Solid, Tomb Raider, I think it was 3. But yeah, dude. Gamer Game says that was a good mascot. Dude, I miss the Crash Bandicoot commercials for the PS1 back in the day. Do you remember the one where he literally went to Nintendo of America headquarters in Seattle and he was like, "Hey, plumber boy, come on, come get some." He had like a megaphone and everything. Oh my gosh, this is gonna fucking take me back. Hold on a second. This is the intro to the demo. Oh man. Oh, look at those beautiful pre-rendered graphics.
Hey, welcome to the pizza-powered PlayStation giveaway. Grab that scratch and win card that comes with this CD and scratch away because you can win some very cool stuff, including PlayStation game consoles, video games, and a grand prize of $200,000. So give it a shot.
Man, they don't make them like they used to, I'll say that. You know what we should do, Josh? Is we should run through, like, old PS1 commercials on a live stream. Like how we did in my office that one time.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That would be
Bitchin'.
sick.
Bitchin'.
Beachin. Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is the... So there was a green demo disc and a blue demo disc. The blue one had medieval... Oh, you know what pissed me off, bro? They had teased Resident Evil 2 on that demo disc, but it was just a video. It was a fucking commercial for it.
Wow, that's BS.
Oh shit. Way the Shinobi says, friends, I just realized I haven't eaten today. I'm going to step away and get some food. Yes, dude. Please, please eat. We still have another mod here with Snark. Snark says, my first time playing Tony Hawk 1 was when I was at E3 2000 and Crave Entertainment gave me a demo disc with the Dreamcast version on it. That's nuts, dude.
Right.
Let me scroll up a little bit. We may have gotten fucked everywhere else, but I'm glad our generation got to be around for the rise of video games and the internet when they were both amazing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, I wish, and it's kind of silly, but I kind of wish the world didn't necessarily advance too much past like the year 2000 as far as like technology and everything goes. You know, there's a I'm going to turn the music back on. I'm sorry if you guys hear Vincenzo in the background. He's very upset. There is an aesthetic that I really like. Frutiger Arrow. Frutiger Arrow is a corporate tech visual design aesthetic popular from roughly 2005 to 2013. So there's this aesthetic that I really like a lot. Judge me all you want, but it's like this like aquatic, you know, like see-through future, you know, kind of stuff that like this right here, bro. Oh, I would love that. I would love to have that as a house, man. Josh, do you remember the movie DOA? When we watched that for Martial Arts May?
Oh, Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember how that movie looked? Like with like
yeah.
Like the control room, how it had like a giant computer desk, but it was like bright neon see-through orange plastic or whatever. Yeah. Like, dude, like that kind of shit, man. I fucking love that shit. There was also, what is it? Let me see here. Millennium Futuristic. Let me see here. Futuristic aesthetic. Oh, I spelled that shit wrong. This stuff right here, man. This is like the future we were promised but never got. You know, where everything just looked really fucking cool. Yeah, this shit right here. The Y2K aesthetic, I guess is what they call it. But, man. Oh, this right here. Fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. We really got fucked after 9/11. You know, we really got fucked after 9/11. The world fucking changed. Not just our country, but the world, man.
Yeah.
You know. Shit sucked. Shit sucked. But, you know. I like to think there's another you know, parallel universe out there that actually got what we were told we were gonna get.
Yeah. Eugene said Eiffel 45 future.
Eiffel 45. Yeah, it was actually Eiffel 65. Thank you, Tommy. I love those guys. Eiffel 65. They were, I was, you know when you get your, like, Spotify and review, like, for the year or whatever? So I have Apple Music, and, every year, I'm always in their, like, top 0.1% of, listeners. Oh, which song is it? Oh, it's this one right here. Here, let me get to the really good part, though. Oh. Hold on. Eugene says, haha, that's awesome. And then Way the Shinobi says, for sure, we were so much better as a society back in early 2001. I fucking love this song. Move Your Body. You know what, too? They were big-time gamers, and they actually made a song called My Console, which fucking jams, and it's actually about the PS1. Here, I'll play a little snippet right here. It fucking bangs right from the beginning, dude.
Go ahead.
We gonna play the game, the PlayStation all day with the Metal Gear Solid to Tekken 3 and from Omega Boost to Resident Evil. Just play for the fun, cause we got it going on.
Right here. Bro, 9-year-old little Nick was fucking losing his shit to this song. What's funny is the lyrics, all the lyrics are to the song is them just naming off games that they like. Here, right here.
Tekken 3, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil, Gran Turismo, Omega Boost, Bloody Raw, X-Files, all over the world. Come on, Red Racer, Oddworld, Wing and 11, the game on the PlayStation.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, I can't help myself. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude. Oh man. Take me back, dude. Take me fucking back. Way the Shinobi says seeing this is actually super helpful for me. Yeah, right, because of the notes I sent you. Way the Shinobi says for sure we were so much better as a society back in early 2001. Eugene says, haha, that's awesome. He also says, BRB, gotta go play Move Your Body. Josh, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can't hear the music right now, so.
Oh, that's right, huh? Well, I guess you can because if you were watching the stream.
Well, I have the stream kind of muted because you would hear the echo. Yeah.
And then Snark says, this music is actually helping me with Sonic Racing. And then Sasquatch in Time says, definitely doesn't make me want to dance alternating my arms in right angle fashion. Don't tempt me.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And as a last segment here for the Wayback Machine, on this day, September 29th, 1996, the Nintendo 64 launched in the United States.
Wow.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Bro. What the fuck? It's that old. Oh my god, you're a fucking banana. I click back and you're a fucking mustached banana. That was fucking terrifying. That was fucking terrifying. Here, hold on. I'm gonna... Let's see, dude. I want to make one of these things my background for the podcast. Don't get me wrong. I love the whole, cup logo that we have going on in the background, but I think this is where it's at. Save image. Let's do it. Yeah, dude. So Josh, obviously you had a big history with the N64.
Yeah.
So, hello? What the fuck happened to the background? Just tell us about your time with the N64.
So, I mean, I was younger, so I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember playing... Fuck, what was it called? It was that one where, like, you're shooting those ants.
Oh, Jet Force Gemini.
Yeah, Jet Force Gemini, playing a lot of Sarge's Heroes, a lot of Pokemon Puzzle League, a lot of Donkey Kong 64. There was another one. I cannot, for the life of me, ever remember the name of it. But I remember playing hours upon hours of it, never fucking passing the missions because I sucked at it, but it was so much fun. It was a helicopter game.
Like a helicopter game.
I'll look it up. Hold on. Oh, Chopper Attack.
Okay.
Yeah, Chopper Attack. I played the crap out of that game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, that one.
Yo, Figsy! Hold on. Figsy, what's going on, dude? Oh, so happy to see you in the chat, man. So he used to run the PlayStation Collectors podcast with Radical
nice.
Reggie and Joe. Oh, dude, so happy to see you, man. All the way from fucking Australia, dude. Hell yeah, bro.
Oh,
we're actually just talking about the release anniversary today. Well, for us, it's today. Tomorrow, I mean, today it's tomorrow for you. Fuck, that just fucked up my mind so much right now. Of the N64. The N64 is it just came out. What was this 21 years ago? No.
Yeah. No, 19. No.
No, hold on. My math's not mathing. Hold on.
No,
hold on, Josh. Just don't say anything. 1996. 29 years ago. 29 years ago. Jesus Christ. But yeah, dude. The N64 launched in the US September 29th, 1996. So, yeah, man. What was the first game you've ever played on the 64, Josh?
Oh, fucking Super Mario 64.
Super Mario 64 was your first game you've ever played?
On the N64?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it like a rental? Was that the one you guys owned?
I think we owned that one. Every N64 game that I played except for Jet Force Gemini was one that we owned. Jet Force Gemini, we borrowed it from a friend that also had an N64.
Okay.
Yeah. Never got to finish the game, but it was fun.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
So for Figsy, he says it was March 1st, 1997 here. So what's that? Like 6-7 months later? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the US got the 64. I'm not the best with 64 history, but I want to say it was like a year later than Japan. Can you look that up, Josh?
Right. Yeah.
Oh man. You know what song I want to listen to right now, but I'm afraid the second I play it, we're going to get demonetized. Or not demonetized, but our stream stream shut down is One More Time by Daft Punk. I want to put that on right now so bad.
So the N64 was released in Japan on June 23rd, 1996. So it was actually months.
Oh wow. Okay.
Not a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Snark. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, so Jet Force Gemini was one of the first games that I absolutely fell in love with on the 64. However, it wasn't the first game that I played. So I bought my N64 pretty late in the game, actually. But before I bought my N64, I played my neighbor's N64 religiously over the summers, and one of the first games that comes to mind is obviously GoldenEye. It was just an experience unlike anything else I had ever experienced before. I was the PlayStation kid on the block, right? So I grew up as the Sega kid on the block because I was the one with the Genesis. Everyone else had a fucking Super Nintendo. And then when it came to N64 and PlayStations, there were three of us that had PS1s and 4 of us that had N64s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I mean, I grew up on a street with a lot of kids, and we were all about the same age. It was just happenstance that it was that way. But even us PS1 kids, you know, we might have, you know, Twisted Metal 2, 3, and whatever. But when it was time to throw down on GoldenEye, we all would sit down and just be in awe of that game. You know, we had big head mode, paintball mode. You know, sometimes we would do just fucking the chops only, you know. And the animation for the chop was so funny because it would move so slow across the screen, but you would hear whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Like if they were fucking like, you know. I know you and I, we streamed was it like remaster on the Xbox, because we had done it on a game night stream. Yeah, and it played so much better with dual analog, you know. But yeah. So what's funny is I didn't play Mario Kart 64 until I was like 15 or 16.
Really?
I never got to play that game. However, the big party game that I got to play on top of GoldenEye was Super Smash Brothers. One kid out of all the 4 that had the 64, one kid got Smash Brothers, and he was like the hot shit for that week. You know, we were over at his house all the time.
It's funny because that was one of the games that I didn't play until I was in my 20s.
The original?
The N64 Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I did not play it until I was in my 20s.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you know, there's been several iterations of that game since then, but
yeah,
going back to it, it kind of it doesn't feel bad, you know.
No, it doesn't. It's actually pretty good for what year it came out.
Yeah, if anything, I would say it's just a little bit too floaty, but other than that, the game feels pretty fucking good to play. They definitely had something going when it came to that game on the system. I do remember getting a glimpse of what anxiety felt like doing the special missions and stuff in the game. You know, like the obstacle courses and shit. Yeah. You know, fighting Metal Mario was not fun. And then I remember absolutely freaking out when it came to fighting the hands. You know, it's like, how the fuck am I gonna beat this? You know, what the fuck is that? But yeah, Mega Man 64, also known as Mega Man Legends, was one of my favorite games on the console. It's a very divisive Mega Man game amongst the Mega Man fans, but I'm not a huge Mega Man fan to begin with, and of course that one just spoke to me a lot. You know, it's a very good-looking game. It's very fun. and it's very like anime and expressive. But yeah, Jet Force Gemini was one of those games that I rented, and then when we went to go return it, I rented it again. You know, I was like, I fucking love this game. I fucking love this game. And it was a great multiplayer game, too. I don't know if you ever played multiplayer on it, but that was a really fun multiplayer game. You do, like, team deathmatch and shit.
Unfortunately, you know, because, like, we borrowed it from a friend, and at that time, my brother wasn't as into gaming as I was. Like, he was into, like, a little bit of Super Mario, but he didn't get into gaming as much as I did until like later when we started playing like, you know, racing games.
Yeah.
But he wasn't into it like I was.
Yeah. Some of the titles I really remember playing, because I did play a lot of N64 games. So once I acquired my own N64, it was in the year 2000. In the year 2000. So I bought my N64 from Toys R Us. It was the gold edition Toys R Us exclusive, which I still have to this day. And I got Pokemon Stadium with it. And I still have my original cartridge. And on the cartridge, on the label, it left you a white rectangle to write your name, because it says property of, and then you would write your name on the cartridge. It still has my shitty ass handwriting on it to this day. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it. Let me grab that real fast.
All right.
Ah, damn it! There are so many wrestling action figures in the way.
Yeah. Eugene says the only game I specifically remember renting from Blockbuster was Superman 64. It was so bad it dominates my renting memories.
You know what? I'm gonna do that another time. Listen, I don't have the most fucking giant N64 collection or anything like that, but I've got about 12 wrestling action figures posed in various fighting stances in front of them. And not to mention that I don't have any spine labels on the games, because for some fucking reason on the N64 they didn't put spine labels on the cartridges. So when you lay them down in a stack, they all look the fucking same, unless one of them's black or yellow or blue.
Or green.
Or green, yeah. Well, that one you know right away. That's Sarge's Heroes. If it's yellow, sure, it could be Donkey Kong 64, or it could be Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Oh yeah, true.
You know, if it's blue, well, shit, that might be Madden 2000, or it might be James Bond and the World Is Not Enough. You know, like, or Tony Hawk 1. You never know.
You're right.
If it's black, it could be WWF No Mercy, or it could be fucking Turok 2, or Rage Wars, whatever. Yeah. So, anyways,
Eugene said good night. Right,
yeah, I got a jet, fellas. Dinner's ready. Eugene, go fuck yourself. Just kidding. We love you, dude. Have a good night, and please stop being a recluse. Thank you.
See you, Eugene. You have a good night.
Snark says, I only remember it as it was shortly after my mom died. Oh, that's a fucking bummer. Damn.
Yeah.
What is it that you only remember? Like the system's launch? Or was there a game that we had talked about? Eugene says, LOL, I will message you. Thanks, sweetheart.
Oh, man.
Eugene, go fuck yourself.
Did you read Eugene's comment right above Snarks?
About Snooperman? Snooperman. Superman. Snooperman. Where he's like, yeah, it was so bad it's like stained my memory of rental games or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a game called BioFreaks that I played. It was like a fighting game of just like mutated fucking Frankenstein monster looking dudes. There was Hexen I played. Turok Rage Wars. Obviously Pokemon Stadium. I played the fuck out of Pokemon Stadium, dude.
Dude, same.
Yeah.
Same.
And then at that
Not many
time,
Pokemon.
yeah, and at that time, I was heavily invested in Pokemon Blue, Yellow, Red, and the game came with the good night, baby boy. Good night, night, night. I love you. Vincenzo. Hold on, Vincenzo's going to bed right now.
All right.
Hey. Mwah. You wanna come here? You wanna come here for a second? Do you think he'll be... Vincenzo's been very finicky today. He's teething pretty badly, so it's like... You know, it's just been one of those days.
Yeah.
Vincenzo, come here. I got him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who's that? Is that Josh? Is that Josh? But yeah, the what do you call it? Pokemon Stadium that I got came with the Game Boy adapter for the controller for the N64, and there was an area in Pokemon Stadium where it was like a giant Game Boy tower, and you could play your cartridge that was in the adapter connected to the controller, and you could play your Game Boy game on your TV that way. And then you could also at the same time upload your Pokemon from those games into Pokemon Stadium to use in battle, which I thought was goated.
It still is.
Oh yeah, and the mini games were awesome too.
Yeah.
Are you just chilling? I love the way he's sitting on me with his arm up just like that, you know?
So he sat in the wagon.
Yeah. He's just chilling, maxing out, relaxing, all cool. Yeah. Yeah. But Pokemon Stadium was really good. Gosh. What else did I play? Duke Nukem 64. Battle Tanks. Did you ever play Battle Tanks? It was also on the PS1.
No, I didn't play that one.
Okay, that was just like a vehicular combat game with various different, like, what is that game? World of Tanks. You know, the free-to-play game. It was pretty much that, you know, an arena battle royale tank game essentially. I love you, buddy. Yeah. Mwah.
Well, if you like battle tanks, I'd recommend checking out Chopper Attack. That one was a fun one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else that I might have played on the N64 that was like really stand out, but you know,
There's a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of good games. You know what's funny is I actually rented once the week we moved up to Spokane, Washington, because that's the city that I moved to in the year 2000, and I got my N64 at that Toys R Us up there. There's a bookstore called Hastings, and it wasn't just books. It was kind of like Bookman's, but you could also rent games from there and whatnot. And I ended up renting Mario Party, and I didn't know it was a multiplayer only game or whatever. And I rented. Oh, let's leave that right there, okay, Bubba? Here, let me give you a 4XP joystick. Have fun with that. I rented it and I just played it. It was myself versus 4 AI bots or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh gosh, I am lonely. I am that new kid in town on the street that has no friends and I'm playing Mario Party by myself. Aw, shit, you know? But But it was a really good system, man, and they're durable as shit.
Yeah.
It has no moving parts to it. The N64 has 0 moving parts to it other than the reset button and the on and off switch. So you don't have to worry about any lasers going out, any motors to spin the discs or anything like that.
Right? So they last a really long time.
Yeah. And honestly, it was a miracle that they could fit the Resident Evil 2 on a cartridge.
Right?
And there were talks to have Final Fantasy VII on the N64. Because up until that point, Nintendo and Square had an agreement or a working relationship, and that's why all the Nintendo, consoles had Final Fantasy games on them.
Ah.
So when Final Fantasy VII went to the PS1, it was like a huge deal because it was a big departure. Sasquatch in Time says, if you only had 3 other AI girl bots back then to play Mario Party with you. Oh yeah. Oh, he says still play Rush 2 with my buddy to this day. Gamer Game says Bomberman on the N64 was good. Actually, you know what, man? It's criminal. I've never played a Bomberman game.
Neither have I.
Yeah, never.
Damn, how can I forget this one? Zelda. Duh.
Right? Sasquatch in Time says all the wrestling games too. Yeah, dude. My favorite wrestling game on the N64 is WCW versus NWO Revenge. Hands down. I know people got their opinions on what is it? No Mercy, I think. But it's WCW versus NWO all day, bro. But here, Vincenzo, go ahead and take the mouse pad. Here. Have that 4-star Dragon Ball, son. Did you play Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time first?
I think originally I played Majora's Mask first.
Yeah.
And then I found out about Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, so I actually, same thing. When we moved up to Spokane, we stayed at a KOA camp until the sale went through of the house for my parents that they were buying, right? So we moved up there. We had a travel trailer. We stayed in the KOA camp for like a month or two, and I would just constantly rent games from Hastings like every week or whatever. And Majora's Mask was the first game I rented from Hastings, and I was like, this game is crazy. I've never played anything like this. It's so intricate. And then also too, it was very menacing with that moon staring down at you. And not only that, but you felt the pressure of the timer with the days counting down and all that.
Yeah, that was not fun. I still love the game though, but not fun.
Yeah, there is an easy way to beat the game, and obviously like a hard way to beat it. But I've never really revisited it in a like legitimate way to say like I've played it again. Haven't really played it again through since my childhood, really. Oh no, let's not pull on that, okay? No. We're not gonna pull on the headphone jack, okay? Yes. Yes. Can you do that? You did it last show. Or last time I was streaming. Yes. Oh, no. Let go of that cable, boy. Thank you. Vincenzo. Hey. No, you're just wanting it. You're wanting everything now. Oh. Yeah, I know. Oh, teething baby. Alright, Bubba. Can Daddy continue his show? And can I give you to mommy and you not get crazy?
Here, just have him be on the show for the rest of the night. I'm gonna go take a nap.
So funny. No one cares. No. he wants you.
I think he wanted everything you have.
Yeah, everything I have, not me.
Go together. He doesn't want me. He just wants what I have.
Oh, now you do it off camera. Yes.
You knew when he showed up.
Yeah. Night night. I love you.
Did Evelyn tell you what time she has to be at school tomorrow?
7:45. Yeah. All right. Night night. All right.
Get all your toys back tomorrow.
Toys? Oh. There. All right. Where's my mouse pad? Here it is. On the floor. Along with our sponsor's product, 4XP. Right there. Okay. Anyways. Way the Shinobi says Majora's Mask was my favorite Zelda game. And, excuse me, Gamer Game says, oh yeah. Sasquatch in Time says, you know what? I'm reading this out of chronological order. Let me start over. Gamer Game says, Bomberman is great. Most games are solid. I've never played any of the Zelda games on the N64, unfortunately, but I heard they're great. Shinobi shouted out Vincenzo. Sasquatch in Time says, true Gamer Games, the N64 Bomberman games are great. Very good single player too. No AI girl bots required. Oh my gosh. Gamer Game says, oh yeah. Majora's Mask was my favorite Zelda game, says Shinobi. And Snark says, I just won my second ranked race on Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Nice, dude. Since you won that race, you should go ahead and donate to the funds for my car's repair, which is linked in the chat, as your way of, supporting. There's no way I can make it make sense right now. Guys, my family's car is in dire need of repairs. Obviously, not obviously. What I'm trying to say is the car got worked on today and it's going to get worked on tomorrow. The water pump went out on the car and the coolant reservoir hose was bad as well, so that's getting replaced. So essentially our repairs went from like 600 and something bucks to about $1,118 and I think 36 cents after tax. So that's a bill that I got to pay tomorrow. So we're raising money to kind of just help out with that because I haven't been working for the last 2 weeks. Business has been slow. I'm a small business owner and I do home maintenance and home maintenance repairs and improvement. It's either feast or famine with small businesses. So we're just kind of in a downward slump right now, but it's always ebbs and flows. I'll get out of this rut. But in the meantime, I've been streaming a lot and raising a lot of money. So right now we're sitting at $550. If you've got anything to spare, whether it be like $5 even, that'd be greatly appreciated. Way the Shinobi says the $5 is Nick's finder's fee for getting you into the game. Way the Shinobi says, OMG, I had so much fun with Bomberman. I missed good stuff while I was gone. Yeah. I mean, we're just talking about, the good old N64 launch. And
right,
man, 29 years. It's crazy to think. Did you ever play Snowboard Kids?
No, never even heard of it.
Man, that was a good game.
Because I'm over here looking at different games. I'm like, damn, there's so many more games that I've never heard of either.
Yeah. Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, those were fun games too. You know what's
Star Fox?
You know what's crazy? I didn't play Mario 64 until I was like 29.
That's fair.
Yeah, I had never played it. It was, I don't know why. It was just never a game I fucking wanted to try. I actually convinced my cousin to let me play Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero over Mario 64. And that Mario in the Sub-Zero game is a dog shit game. It's a terrible game. But because I was so obsessed with Mortal Kombat back then,
that's the one you wanted to play.
That's the one I wanted to play. So when I was at his house, that's what we played, and I got frustrated as fuck. And he goes, "I told you, it's a bad game." You know, and then I was like, "If it's so bad, why do you have it?" And he goes, "Because I didn't know either." Okay, you know. Yeah.
What do you think about Super Mario 64 though? When you actually played it.
What?
What did you think of Super Mario 64 when you actually played it though?
The camera angles suck.
Yeah, no, I can't deny that.
Yeah. So it's most likely biased, but I think Crash Bandicoot Warped is a much better game than Mario 64. From what I played, I even think I will go as far to say Donkey Kong 64 is a better game than Mario 64, in my opinion. Mario 64 might have been the first to do it, but it doesn't make it the best. You know?
I mean, yeah.
Just because no one's going to remember the first. The only thing people are going to remember is the best.
But that's the thing, though. It's like a lot more people remember Mario 64 over like Donkey Kong and Crash Bandicoot.
No, I would vehemently disagree with you on that. What people talk about does not correlate with what people remember. Just because it's talked about more doesn't mean it's remembered any or something else isn't remembered any less. It's easy to talk about like Mario games on the 64 because there were so many of them. And Mario 64 was a launch title for the system. So if anyone got a system, you know, in its first year of inception, or launch rather, they either got Pilot Wings or they got Mario 64. The 64 had 2 games at launch.
That's true, but just from my experience alone, especially back home in Georgia, more people played and talked about Mario 64 than they did Crash Bandicoot or Donkey Kong on top of that.
I mean, I can't argue that with you because, I mean, that's your quote-unquote experience, and I wasn't there for that. You know, I could say here that, you know, nobody bought the 64, but that would be a lie, right? But you wouldn't know that because you weren't there for that.
Yep.
So I can't argue you on that. But at the same time, when I think back to the kids that had the 64 on the street, they were never
they had a lot more Crash.
Well, no, they were never playing Mario 64. It was either Super Smash Brothers, GoldenEye. I remember one kid had Winback, and he was obsessed with that game. Another Winback, WINBACK. Another kid loved Hybrid. Shit, what was it called? Hybrid something.
Look it up. Hybrid Heaven?
Yes! That's it. Yeah. So the I think the label has like a character, like their bust from like the chest up.
Yeah, it's like from the clavicle up, and it's just a dude.
Yeah. Like black haired. Yeah. That game was fucking weird from what I remember. But yeah, never Mario 64, which was kind of weird. But us kids who had the PlayStations, we were definitely on the Twisted Metal and Crash Bandicoot, even Gex.
Oh yeah,
Gex. Gex was fun at the time because it was so edgy, you know, and it was all CD quality sound and visuals. So you know you get Mario on the 64 going, woohoo, and then you got Gex over there on or fucking Crash Bandicoot on the PS1 sounding just as clear as I'm talking to you right now, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's catch up with the chat. Shinobi says, my siblings and I lived off that thing, the 64. Sasquatch says, MK Mythologies is rough, but it's oddly addicting. Makes you want to keep coming back to it with a hammer to smash it. He also says, Mario moves so well in Mario 64.
Camera angles still suck, though.
Yeah. Way the Shinobi says, I like DK64 and Banjo-Kazooie a lot more than Mario 64. And then Sasquatch in Time says Hybrid Heaven. And Shinobi says Mario and indirectly Mario 64, many people's first 3D game, is always current, so it's always being talked about, and Mario 64 regularly being brought up. Makes Mario 64 seems bigger than it was. Yeah. I can agree with that. And also, too, Mario 64 came out the same time Crash Bandicoot 1 came out.
Yeah, so you're either on one side or the other, and that's just going to dictate the
And
experience with it.
they were both pretty completely different games, right? But also, there was no sequel to Mario 64 at all in the 64's lifespan, right? And in that time, Crash Bandicoot just kept getting better. And then what else came out? Spyro the fucking Dragon came out. And people loved the fuck out of that. And Spyro was a true 3D open environment platformer.
Which I would definitely pick Spyro over in Super Mario 64.
Yeah, same. And I think Spyro's fucking mid. But I would still pick that over Mario 64 any day.
Yeah.
E. Parker says, to this day, he says, I still have hardly any experience with the Nintendo 64, sadly enough. Bro, what year were you born?
He's a youngin', remember?
How old is you? Yeah, I think you're like, what, 26? The system's definitely older than you, from what I know.
But just a heads up, my phone battery is at 14%.
Dude, plug it in.
I don't have anything I can plug it in from over here.
You don't have a fucking power cord?
Well, it's like all the way the fuck over there.
There should be another outlet next to you, no?
It's being used up by the PC and the monitors.
Bro, that's what you have power strips for, man.
Let me see how long that power strip is. Hold on.
Alright.
I have one over there, promises.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy. Parker says, I'm 27, born in 98. I still had a lot of experience with my PS1 games, but I had no family nor friends who had 64. Yeah, you know what's funny, man? Is like growing up, I vehemently remember. Not vehemently. I vividly remember seeing commercials for consoles that I never had, like the 3DO, Sega Saturn, even the Sega CD in 3DX or 32X. And I never knew anyone who had them, but I would always see them at Toys R Us. And I remember playing a demo of Nights into Dreams at Toys R Us on the Sega Saturn, and I was like, this thing is fucking amazing. Holy shit. I need this.
So my extension cord only reaches so far, so I'm gonna have to have the phone like this.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes.
Bro, what the fuck? That's terrible.
Yeah, I don't have that insanely super long, like,
You don't have a 10 foot.
1,000 foot long.
You don't have a 10-foot long USB-C charging cable like I do.
That's not 10 feet. That thing's like 1,000 fucking feet long.
Dude, it's literally 10 feet long. We got it
That looks
when.
more like-
No, we got it when Vincenzo when we were getting ready to go to the hospital so Vincenzo could be born. Because that's what like the doctor recommended. They were like, yeah, because of the way the outlets are in the hospital, you know, make sure you get a really long phone charging cable.
Well, excuse me for not having a baby and needing a 10-foot long charging cable.
Bro, this is so fucking stupid. Holy shit. It's a nice ceiling you got there.
Yeah.
You know what this reminds me? If you look... Hold on. I'm gonna pull something up real fast. Oh, shit. This is so stupid. Oh, welcome to the NSquared podcast, folks. Oh my gosh, this is what you remind me of right now. Josh, if you can look at the podcast for a second.
There's a slight delay, so it's gonna take a second before I see it.
You remind me of the Chumbawamba tub thumping album cover with this angle. Look down at your phone. Yep. Oh my god. Way the Shinobi says, I won't even look at a USB cable that isn't at least 6 feet. God, that's like a nightmare fuel, bro. Holy shit. Shinobi says, my guy, you gotta think about these things when you set up your battle station. Always keep USB ports available for phone charging. Gamer...
dude, I barely touch my phone when I'm gaming. What are you talking about?
What kind of USB-C charger do you have? Is it USB-A to USB-C, or is it USB-C to USB-C?
C to C.
And yeah, you probably don't have an adapter to go. Yeah, that sucks. Gamer Game says, as I remember the Christmas, I had to choose between a 3DO CDI or Sega CD and 32X, and I chose a 32X and Sega CD. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably the safer bet out of those options, to be quite honest with you. The 3DO had like dog shit of a library. CDI, even worse. E. Parker says he gets knocked down and get back up again. Ain't nobody gonna keep him down.
Oh man.
Holy shit. Oh, bro, I love that. Thank you, Parker. Thank you for that. Way the Shinobi says, yeah, man, that's prime charging time. And Gamer Game says 3DO and CDI were expensive. Yeah, I think the 3DO was like close to, what, $600 at launch?
Damn.
Yeah, like in back then money. Which is like,
it's a lot.
Which is probably like over $1,000 in today's money.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna look that up real fast. How much did the 3DO cost at launch? Oh shit! It was priced at $699.
Oh my god!
No,
$700?
Yeah, let me do the inflation calculator. What year was it released?
Say the 3DO?
Yeah.
Let me Google it. Release date 93.
No, that doesn't seem right.
$94 everywhere else. Wait, no, yeah, it's 93.
Oh shit. Okay.
Wait, huh? What the fuck? It
What?
says here's a breakdown of the regional release dates. North America, October 4th, 1993. Japan, March 20th, 1994. Europe, June 10th, 1994.
All right, so we'll just go with 1993 then. I thought it was a little bit later than that. So 1993, and in the inflation calculator, I'm gonna put in 699.99. Whoo! In today's money, that would have cost $1,569.41.
Oh God!
That's insane. That is insane, bro. Gamer
Yeah,
Game
no, that's
says, I think the Sega CD and 32X combined were cheaper than the 3DO. Yeah, most likely. Way the Shinobi says, Josh's screen is what the phone sees when some kid looks up and asks if he has games on it.
You got games? You got some games?
Oh, God. Snark says, I got it when it was $400, and go figure the best games from it came from EA of all places, though Crystal Dynamics also started there. Yeah, Crystal Dynamics, I think Gex was a 3DO, a 3DO developed game, and the PS1 game was a port from the 3DO version. Yeah, man, it's insane. I've done the inflation calculator on systems that I had growing up, right? So like my parents got me, so we had an NES when I was growing up, like very, very young ages, and then they got me an Sega Genesis for Christmas one year, and then I got a PS1 for Christmas another year. And I rode that PS1 for forever. I had my PS1, and then I bought myself a N64 in 2000, which again, like tail end of the N64's lifespan. And then I got a PS2 for one Christmas and an OG Xbox for the Christmas after that. And I look back and I'm like, how did my parents fucking swing this, man? Like, my mom had a really good job. She was a fashion buyer for a clothing company. So she would I remember she would go to Fashion Week in New York. And my dad was a police officer at the time. I do remember him working a lot of overtime. You know, he did a lot of concerts, NFL events even, and a bunch of other shit.
Yep. You also got to think about the fact that, back then, everything else was cheaper.
Yeah, to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
Some things kind of equal out in some ways, but like my mom also too cleaned houses and shit on the side. Like my parents were always hustling, man. They were always hustling.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense in a way, but yeah, it's nuts, man. Snark says, in college I had the Genesis CD, Sega CD, and 32X combo, as well as the 3DO and a Saturn. God dang, bro! Fucking Mr. Moneybags over there back in the day. Yeah, the Tower of Power and a 3DO and a Saturn? Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's insane. Snark said CD made Total Eclipse, Crystal Dynamics made Total Eclipse, Gex, and a damn good Samurai Showdown port, as well as the pack-in game Crash and Burn. Gamer Game says 3DO got the best Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo port. Mega Race was good too. Way the Shinobi says, I'm gonna get jumped for this, but people getting mad about the price of games even though they've been $60 for like 30 plus years, despite that being essentially impossible. Yeah, I mean, I remember. I want to say the average cost of a game, like on the PS1, when I would buy games like myself, I would buy games between like $30 to $40. And then I remember PS2 and Xbox games costing around the ballpark of like $50. I want to say $50 was like a universal standard at that point. And then they became $60 from the broader spectrum of my memory around like the 360 PS3 era, and were $60 on the PS4 and Xbox One. And it wasn't until the PS5 and Series X where they started to go up. If that sounds right. But yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
E. Parker says, I counter the whole price hike thing with the fact gaming is hundreds of times more popular than it has ever been, and we live in an era where the base price of a game isn't, quote, the real cost. Gamer Games says, I remember saving up for a bunch of games on the SNES. My parents never got me games unless it was a holiday. Yeah, I don't really think I got games necessarily like at random. It was usually holidays or birthdays, but dude, I remember as far as like the age of 5 getting like $300 in cash on a birthday or $300 in cash. What? Yeah, on a Christmas. I used to get a guaranteed like $100 from my grandma straight up. Birthday, holiday, straight up.
You call Snorka Mr. Moneybags over here.
Yeah, right. Well, the thing is, bro, I look back and I'm like, if I just put it in the fucking piggy bank, bro, and didn't touch it, oh man.
But do you regret those fun times?
Fuck no, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I do remember my dad bought me NFL Blitz on the PS1, the first one, right? Because it came out right after I had gotten my tonsils removed. And I remember we stopped at Toys R Us on the way home from the hospital. I remember pulling up into the parking lot and then passing out, and the next thing I know, I'm home on my bed, and my dad is playing NFL Blitz in my room. And then we played together, and you know, like how you could do like tackles after the play's already over and shit. Well, yeah. I was doing that to my dad, and I was laughing, and that hurt so bad, and it made me cough, and I remember coughing up blood because I was laughing so hard right after my surgery. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Parker says, I'm pretty passionate about this thing. I researched and wrote a whole article about major publisher profits and surveys about the current gaming demographics. Well, I'm interested I would love to read your article, bro. Way of the Shinobi says, it's always been 60. Game Boy games are around 30. Gamer Game says, I used to see games in stores and would beg my parents to get them for me, lol. Yeah, I mean, I think that was pretty universal. I mean, I would beg my parents all the time too, but they were like, okay, cool, so I'm gonna add that to the Christmas list. You know? I'm like, no, what about now? Christmas is in like 8 months. Way the Shinobi says, that's what I'm saying. Studios could never continue on just $60 per game. They had to add payable DLC or increase prices. They just went the evil route of the better of the two options. Parker says, I wouldn't mind games being $80 or even $90 if it meant I got the actual full fucking game.
Exactly.
I don't know if I agree with that. I agree with the sentiment of getting a full game, you know, and not like a download code on a disc or a cartridge, you know. I I would say I would be fine paying $80 for a game if it meant I had ownership of that copy. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for us tonight, man. Do you have anything else to add?
Not really.
I like how it's this like dramatic flip of the phone, and you're like, "Not really. I'm good." Yeah, guys. So this has excuse me, choking on my spit, being the worst human alive. I am terrible at being a human. I constantly choke on my saliva. It's a problem. But this has been another episode of the NSquared podcast. You can follow me on X at BuffNerd, and on Instagram at NerdyNick_91. You can't follow Josh anywhere, but what you can do is follow us on Facebook. Head on over to that search bar, type in NSquared podcast, click that like or follow button, and stay tuned for more NSquared goodness, guys. I will be streaming sporadically throughout the week and weekend. I'll probably narrow down a schedule for streaming as far as that goes, but we are in the works to add more production value to the gameplay streams and podcast as well. Guys, if you haven't donated yet, I mean, I would very much greatly appreciate it if you guys could. Link is in the chat. This car repair is going to put me back a bit, so anything and everything helps. Like I said, even like $5 goes a long way. I thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you, and big shout out to our Patreon show producers over at patreon.com/NSquaredPodcast, and our sponsor 4XP. If you guys feel so inclined, check them out as well. That is another way you can support the channel and the show, of course. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So until the next time, guys, be blessed, be a blessing to others, and until next time, game on.
Deuces.
Alright, I'll end the stream in 5, 4, 3,